NCN Sports is presented by Teammates. Join the team, be a mentor. Go to Teammates. You're not just covered, you're cared for. With purpose. Find out more.
My name is Jake Bartecki. Chase, number 10 Morningside in town today. This is a big challenge for Doane. There's no doubt about it. They're big underdogs coming into this game. But when we get into this first quarter, those first few drives, what are you going to be looking for to see if the Tigers can hang around?
The biggest thing is seizing opportunities and seize the moments. I mean, there's going to be plenty of moments in this game where you have the ability, maybe to take the lead or, get a really big first down. So I think the important thing for Doane is to take advantage of what Morningside will give them.
Yeah, and it is senior day. We had a nice ceremony right behind us here just a few moments ago. I mean, is that any factor in the game today?
Absolutely. It's senior day. It's the last home game for these seniors. They're going to be fired up. A lot of fans here. It's going to be packed. It's going to be really exciting for these seniors. Final moment playing on this field.
Let's talk about our key players. We'll start with Morningside. Zach Chevalier, the starting quarterback, 30 touchdown passes this season. We'll go with Sam Hartman as well for the key players, but let's start with Chevalier. He could pick apart this Doane defense if they're not careful.
Absolutely, especially when he gets time. When he's under pressure, he might make some ill-advised throws, but when he has time, and he had 5 touchdowns last week against Concordia, so he's a deadly pocket passer.
Yeah, it was a 59-21 win for Morningside over number 23 Concordia, and if Chevalier finds Drew Sellon, his favorite target, for 1 yard, it'll be a 1,000-yard season for Drew Sellon. On the flip side, Sam Hartman has not had the season I think he hoped. He's battled through injuries a couple of times, but he's going to have to come to play today because the way this Morningside offense operates, Doane's offense isn't just going to be able to sit back and run the ball.
Absolutely. And passing game will have to be good. He will be, forced under pressure sometimes, but he can use his legs. He's kind of a dual threat quarterback. So prepare to see him run the ball and also throwing the ball today.
Morningside knocked off Doane 70-0 a year ago, almost to the date. Doane looking for a better result today here in Crete. Doane and Morningside coming up on News Channel Nebraska.
Thank you guys. Sorry about that.
anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy.
There are the 10th ranked Morningside Mustangs making their way to the field here in Crete. The beautiful maroon and white uniforms donned by the Mustangs, who are led in his 24th season by Steve Ryan, 228 and 45 on the year. Of course, you got Jonathan Johnson, Doane's head coach, working through his second season. Let's take a look at our school spotlight, brought to you in part by Currency, as both of these teams are going to take the field here today. Morningside, the Mustangs, out of the Great Plains Athletic Conference, so this is a GPAC matchup. We talked about the 59-21 win a week ago against Concordia. They come from Sioux City, Iowa, about a 2.5-hour trip, 175 miles door-to-door from Al Papik Field to the campus of Morningside. For Doane, the home team today, they're also out of the GPAC. They lost last week 28-21, close game against Briarcliff. They are the Tigers, and they are from Crete, right where we are sitting here at Al Papik Field. Time now for a look at our starting lineups, brought to you in part by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you are cared for. So there's a look at the Morningside offense and defense. We talked about Zach Chevalier, the quarterback, 30 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Jalen Birch, Drew Sellen, the wide receivers and running backs. Lennox Brown, another wide receiver. Griffin Kraft is the H-back. When they use a tight end, it'll be Sage Evans. And there's a look at the defense as well. On the flip side for the Tigers, Sam Hartman, the starting quarterback. Blake Allen, the running back. The defense, 3 seniors right there in the middle, Chase. Obviously, senior day, hopefully a big day for guys like Reese Zudiver and Jarrett Boggs. They'd like to go out on top.
Absolutely, and they've got plenty of playing time ever since they were a freshman, so they've been kind of foundational bricks for this defense for the last 3-4 years.
Yeah, the Morningside offensive line didn't get a chance to touch on this, but how about 4 underclassmen up front for the Mustangs? You've got a redshirt sophomore, a couple of sophomores, a freshman, and 1 senior.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of a younger offensive line, so it'll be kind of interesting to see what Doane's defensive line and linebacker core will do against their front.
Well, the Tigers have taken the field here at Al Papik Field, which means we are moments away from kickoff. That's coming up when we return. Doane has the ball teed up. Ivor DeJong will kick off. Tigers won the toss, and they elected to defer. Jalen Birch, Juven Hudson back deep here for Morningside as we are ready to get this one underway. Final home game of the season for the Tigers, and we are underway here at Al Papik Field. Short kickoff, and this bounces off the chest. Near disaster for Cade Harriman on the return. He's able to hop on top of it. And decent starting field position for this Morningside offense, the number 2 offense in the GPAC, averaging 47.3 points per game, chased 546 yards per game, and it's been pretty diverse. 340 through the air, 205 on the ground, and they're picking up almost half a first down every time they carry the ball, 6 yards per carry.
Absolutely, and that's tough to scheme against if you're Doane's offense, not knowing if they could throw the ball or pass it right here.
They don't put the ball on the ground much, just one fumble lost this season. Snap back to Chevalier, one of our key players, and he will start on the ground here. Jalen Birch, I believe, gets the first carry of the ball game, and he does. A junior from Overland Park, Kansas, 77 carries, 478 yards on the season. We talked about 6 yards per carry. Well, that's exactly what he averages, so he's the anchor of the run game for this Morningside offense.
Absolutely, and you're going to see his name called a lot today. Just right up the middle. He's very dangerous, very fast.
Picked up 5 on first down. They go to the outside here, and that's Kyle Sisler, junior wide receiver, lined up out of the slot. 21st catch of his season, and that moves the chains for a first down.
Yeah, just looked like a little bubble screen across the field, and they're moving quick, no huddle right here for Morningside.
Be interesting to see how the Tigers defense, who has been prone to high-paced offenses, is able to respond here against the hurry-up offense that's being used right now by Morningside. First carry of the ball game there on the run to the right side for Juven Hudson. And it's a short pickup. That brings up second down.
That's what you want to see if you're Doane, especially the defense. They're going to go trips to the near side and just do a read option underneath. Doane defensive line, very disciplined, and got a tackle for about 2 to 3 yards.
They go shotgun again. Chevalier back to throw. Airs it out, throws over the middle, and hits his tight end for a first down. That's Griffin Kraft. He doubles as the tight end in the H-back. Right there, they lined him up in the slot chase, and I think he had a matchup against Doane that they liked.
Yeah, they looked like they're playing soft coverage, kind of playing off, and he was able to take advantage of it.
Here's Birch on the run left side. Jalen Birch gets a couple yards, and that brings up second down.
It's kind of hard to scheme against if you're Doane's defense with them moving fast pace. As you see here, substitutions in for the defensive line. People are going to get tired a lot quicker, and they need subs, and it's hard to do that against a team that goes no huddle.
They do not use much clock when they are on offense. Do the Morningside Mustangs, again, averaging over 47 points per game this season. Scored 59 a week ago against Concordia. Pass to the flat. And that catch is made, and he's upended on the play. Nice tackle by the Tigers there. It was Ricardo Briones on the stop. The reception for Morningside made by Griffin Kraft once again. And that brings up third down. Big opportunity for this Tigers defense to get a big stop.
Absolutely. Great play there by Briones. It's another bubble screen out to the right, able to get off his block and get minimal gain for Morningside.
They go shotgun here. Chevalier to the air for the 4th time this drive, and that catch is made by Kellen Jacobson, and it's a third down conversion. Morningside 47% on third down this season. He was herded out of bounds by Jakarian Jackson, and all of a sudden, nearing the red zone of the Morningside Mustangs. I think they're about a yard short the 21.
Yeah, and they're going to continue to move quick here.
Doane sits back, doesn't bring any blitz, and a handoff to Juven Hudson, his second carry of the game, and Hudson gets knocked down inside the 5-yard line. I think they're going to spot him down well short of that spot, and they'll mark him down right around the 10-yard line, but that's good enough for another first down, and it's first down, goal to go here for Morningside just a few minutes into this game.
That's frustrating as a defense, going no huddle and having the ability to run and pass at any time. Getting 5 to 6 yards a pop per run.
Under 11 and a half minutes to go here in the first opening drive of the ball game. A throw to the sideline. That catch is made. Kellen Jacobson brought down near the pylon. And it'll bring up second down and short on second and goal.
That's Jacobson's second time just doing an out route in the slot position. Able to get separation off of Doane's cornerbacks. And he's going to get about 5 there.
Doane's going to do a big group of substitutions here. Almost all of the defensive linemen and swapped out here by Jonathan Johnson, second-year head coach for Doane. Shotgun set for Morningside. Chevalier has pressure in his face, throws to the end zone, caught for the touchdown. Kyle Sisler, his second reception of the drive. And on the opening possession, Morningside finds the end zone.
That's so frustrating because for Doane, that's exactly what you wanted. You wanted pressure.
We do have a flag down. We'll have to see what the call is. Looks like they picked the flag up for now. We'll see what the call is here. That explains why the flag was picked up. Penalty declined, obviously, by the Mustangs. Here we get another look at it again.
Just a great slant route across the middle of the field. Doane sent in some pressure and almost got home. Just a great throw and catch there.
Tommy Fitzsimmons on for the extra point. The sophomore, 46 of 52 this season on point afters, and that one is up, and it is good. Touchdown openings possession for Morningside. That's the seventh time they've done that this season, and it's Kyle Sisler who finds pay dirt to give the Mustangs a 7-0 lead. We'll step aside.
Anything for the floor. O Street Carpet has it and more.
Kyle Sisler finds the end zone on the 31st passing touchdown of the season for Zach Chevalier, and it is a 7-0 lead here for the Mustangs as the Tigers get ready to take the field for their first possession of the day as the kick reaches the end zone. Touchback there for Morningside. So the ball will come out here to the 20-yard line. Chase, what are the keys for this Doane offense to get some momentum here against this high-powered defense, number 2 defense in the NAIA?
Yeah, like you said, this is going to be a tough defense to play against, but I think the biggest thing is you can't have 3 and outs, and you have to prolong your drives. I mean, you have to have a couple first downs at least, get the ball to midfield, and then see where your options are. You can't go 3 and out here.
Sam Hartman in at quarterback here, shotgun set, and he'll hand one off up the middle, and on the run, Blake Allen, who is all of a sudden kind of taken over that number 1 running back spot for Jonathan Johnson. 41 carries, 179 yards. He runs forward and gets a short gain. Jack Brickhouse in on the stop defensively. It's the outside linebacker for the Mustangs, gain of 2.
Yeah, it was a pretty good run there by Allen. It looked like a tough physical run. He is going to come out. Rian Green will substitute in for him. Looks a bit shaken up on the play.
Yeah, both seniors who were celebrated before kickoff today on what is senior day here at Al Papik Field. 2 wide receivers right, nothing to the left here for the Tigers, and there is Rian Green, the senior from Kearney, runs forward. He's short of the line to gain, but it's going to set up a much more manageable 3rd down and about 2 here on the first possession of the ball game for the Tigers.
And that's what they want. They want 3rd and manageable, 3rd and close, able to move the chains easily.
Doane on 3rd down this season, just 34%. They face 3rd and 2 from their own 33, down a touchdown here early. Rian Green runs forward, and Green gets another couple yards and moves the chains for a first down.
That's what you want. You want the running game for this offense to slowly, start it early, able to get a good amount of yards there, able to move the chains, getting closer to midfield. That's what they want. They want to take their time, move upfield, and take care of the football.
May not have the size advantage up front, but they've got the numbers advantage. Doane's offensive line to the 3 down linemen for the Mustangs. 1st and 10 for Rian Green and this Doane offense. Hartman looks like he's going to try to throw for the first time today. He does, and the pass falls incomplete. was rushed out of the pocket, and he threw it in the direction of Rian Green, who does have 14 catches on the season. Between Rian Green and Blake Allen, 22 receptions. So running backs not necessarily decoys for Jonathan Johnson.
Absolutely. They're kind of dual threat, too. They can also, catch passes and move out of the backfield as well, just as good as any wide receiver.
7-0 Morningside on a surgical opening drive. Zach Chevalier 6 for 6 for 46 yards and a touchdown on that opening possession. Sam Hartman out of the shotgun. Bubble screen to Andrew Waito, a senior, and he gets close to the line to gain. Might be about a yard short, but again, it's going to be a much more manageable third down situation. 3rd and short upcoming here for the Tigers, and they converted earlier on this drive.
That was a very good play call here. It looked like an RPO. You're going to see Waito motion in right behind the other slot receiver and able to do a bubble screen right there. Get upfield, get your yardage, and 3rd and short again. That's what they want to do.
Waito, the leading receiver for the Tigers this season, now over 550 yards. 3rd down and short, 8.5 to go here in the opening frame. Rian Green runs off tackle, gets to midfield, gets the first down and then some, and it's another 3rd and short conversion here for the Tigers against the 10th-ranked Mustangs.
I like how Doane is moving the ball here on 3rd down, trusting their running game, able to pick up some yardage, and they are past midfield already. So that is a good sign for this offense.
Our first quarter today is brought to you in part by John Henry's, our family serving yours. Our first quarter score 7-0 in favor of Morningside. Again, they drove down the field, no problems. 12 plays, they went 80-plus yards, and Zach Chevalier 6 for 6 through the air for 46 yards and a touchdown. Sam Hartman looking to get Doane right back in the ball game, but it'll go to Rian Green here, and Green runs forward for a short pickup. Might have gotten a yard, not much more, and the tackle made by Cole Riley. These linebackers for the Mustangs really good. They've got 4 linebackers in Blake Bellamy, Jack Brickhouse, Cole Riley, Landry Phipps, all of which who have at least 30 tackles on the season. Pretty impressive.
Absolutely. They have a great linebacker core, and like you saw in this last play, it looked like an inside zone run. Looked like it was going to bounce out for a good amount of yardage, but they just fill the gaps and holes really well as this linebacker core.
2nd down and 9 to go. Doane has found themselves into Morningside territory. Ball at the Mustangs 48. Hartman feels the heat, gets hit, dragged down, stays on his feet, takes a shot as he throws one downfield, incomplete. Threw it the direction of Derek Anderson. Getting to him in the backfield was Cale Pittenger. And the junior defensive end had Hartman dead to rights. Commend Sam Hartman there for keeping his feet.
Absolutely here. He's going to be in the backfield early. Had a hand on him. Hartman able to slip away. Able to just throw it out of bounds. Give his wide receiver the only person to have a chance at the ball. That's a great heads-up play there. At least you throw the ball away, not put it in danger, and you live to play another down.
3rd down and 9 to go. Doane 2 for 2 in the game and on this drive on 3rd down, but they've all been 3rd and 2nd or less. This is 3rd and 9. Got to get this to the 37. Hartman throws. John DeRiso at the numbers on the far side of the field, and he tumbles forward for the first down.
That's a great curl route there by DeRiso. Saw the corner playing soft. Gave him a little space. Able to turn around, catch the ball, pick it up, get upfield, and get another first down for this offense.
Talked about Andrew Waito. He leads the team in receiving yards, receptions. That belongs to John DeRiso. He just made his 40th catch of the season on that play. 1st down and 10 to go after the 3rd down conversion. Rian Green runs off tackle and has nowhere to go. He gets swallowed up and is taken down on the play. Seth Thomas, the nose tackle from Matawan, Michigan, with his 11th tackle of the season there, and it's a loss of 1.
Looks like they were going to do an outside zone there for Rian Green, try to bounce it to the outside. But this defensive line and linebacker core is so disciplined and left Rian Green nowhere to really run.
2nd down and 11. That's the first negative yard play of the ball game for Doane. Doane averages about 7 plays on the ground, not including sacks where they go backwards. That's their first of the game right there. 5:46 to go in a first quarter that's moved pretty quickly. It's a 7-0 Morningside lead, but Doane has done a nice job controlling time of possession on this drive. Hartman feels the heat, takes off and runs across the near side hash, gets to about the 30-yard line, and gets that lost yard back and much more. And again, talk about manageable on 3rd down. They're 3 for 3 on 3rd, and it brings up about 3rd and 3.
And that's what you love to see from Sam Hartman. Last week he had about 2 interceptions. But this time he didn't put it in harm's way, able to use his feet, get upfield, get your yardage, and like you said, third and manageable. That's exactly what they want to do all game long.
It'd be about a 48-yard field goal attempt for Ivor de Jong, the freshman kicker from the Netherlands. With winds in his favor, the Doane would love to pick up the first. They go to Blake Allen, who's back in the ball game, had the first carry of the game, then came to the bench limping. Goes back in the game there, and he gets swallowed up in the backfield. A loss on the play. Let's get another look at it here. Just a nice job by the linebackers for Morningside there. And I don't even think you can fault the offensive line for Doane.
No, they just swarm really well to the football, as Doane will call a timeout here and try to talk over what they're going to do here on fourth down.
The tackle was made by Brett Berkmeyer, a redshirt freshman, as Doane calls a timeout. They face a 4th and 5. When we return, Jonathan Johnson wants to talk things over.
He's there with me in the moment.
It is one of the best things I do every week.
Anyone can be a mentor. It comes back to you tenfold.
She got to meet me. You know, I'm pretty cool.
I'm glad I have a mentor.
People actually care about me.
What you're going to receive is way more than you're going to give.
Once you get involved in teammates, you're kind of hooked.
It's the absolute best.
It gives me goosebumps right now talking about it.
That says it all. Be a mentor.
Join the team.
Be a mentor.
Offense will stay on the field for the Doane Tigers. Chase, real quick, you like this decision?
I do. It's a little long for a field goal, and, you're kind of already past the 40-yard line, so, 4th and about 6, I think you go for it.
Would have been a 50-yard field goal for the freshman de Jong. Doane goes for it here. Hartman, as the pocket collapse, runs forward. Morningside thinks he's short. The finger pointing has begun, and I think he is about a 2 yards short of the line to gain, and that's a turnover on downs.
That's so close to being a first down, too. Hartman trying to scramble, trying to evade 2 tacklers. Yeah, it looked like he's about a yard and a half short, which is unfortunate because the offense was moving really good down the field.
And Doane is going to call another timeout here. I couldn't hear what the officials said. I think they might take a look at this, and they will. So let's take another look at this as well here, Chase. I think Sam Hartman maybe didn't know where the line to gain was. That's the only thing I can think of. Obviously, he had 2 pretty hefty linebackers coming at him. Blake Bellamai and then Jack Brickhouse converged. Maybe he didn't want to take the hit, but he was definitely short of the line to gain there.
Yeah, I think so, and I think it's pretty clear, about a yard and a half, maybe 2 yards even. But that's about as best as you could do if you're Sam Hartman. You really don't want to take a hit from those linebackers.
Sure. And he didn't really reach the ball for it. You can see he's got the ball hugged against his chest.
Right.
Now, I will say this much. Obviously, Jonathan Johnson might have a biased opinion here, but he was standing right on the line and pointed first down and did call for the review.
He did. So you must be confident that they officials might not have seen what he's seen, and he wants to, check it over and make sure that they're getting the right call. So
now you see the field judge in the referee awning. Is that what you'd call that?
Well, what happened to the walls? They got rid of the walls on there.
Right. Now you get to see what the referee sees from the opposite side.
I guess so.
4:33 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 in favor of Morningside on this drive. Sam Hartman 2 for 4 through the air for 19 yards. Also 9 carries for 3 different running backs for 27 yards for Doane. And 2 receptions for DeRiso and Wadeau. Well, there it is, confirmed, as Hartman was short of the line to gain. Doane now with only 1 timeout remaining. Honestly, if you're Jonathan Johnson, you might not mind the timeout there. You want to do everything you can with the way you feel about this game, the way you feel about this senior class. To play a top 10 team, you got to have a couple of things go your way, and to have things go your way, sometimes you got to take risks.
Absolutely. I think that was a risk there, but he's going to be like that all day. He's going to take risks. He's going to put his team in the best position to try to win this football game.
Shotgun set for Zach Chevalier, who was 6 for 6, now is 7 for 7. Went 6 for 6 for 46 yards and a touchdown on that opening drive. And he connects with his wide receiver out of the slot, Kellen Jacobson. And Jacobson already with his third reception of the ball game. And another simple play in the flat.
Yeah, another bubble screen. Able to work out there and to stretch the field. They use the far side of the field to their advantage there. Able to pick up a good chunk of yardage.
Jakarian Jackson, the corner for Doane on the tackle. Here's a flip pass over the middle. He was looking for Jalen Birch, and the pass goes through the hands of the running back. And that brings up a third down and about 5 to go.
That was a little miscue there from Morningside. That was a tunnel screen with Birch. Didn't really have a block either, and he dropped it. So Doane's holding him to a third and about medium to long. This is a great opportunity to get off the field.
Morningside faced just 1 third down on that first possession of the ball game, which resulted in a touchdown. They face the exact same down and distance at 3rd and 5. The play clock is not set. That's what the White Hat was calling for there. And it's 3rd and 5 from the 34, as Morningside needs to get this to their own 39.
I would expect them to use their deep threats right here, maybe going long.
The wide receiver on the near side is Kyle Sisler, who has a touchdown reception tonight. On the far side of the field, it's Griffin Kraft, the H-back. We still are waiting for the play clock to get ready, and there's the whistle. Here we go, 3rd and 5 after a little miscommunication. Second drive of the ball game here for the Mustangs. Snap back to Chevalier. Pressure gets there. He flips one over the middle, and a good call by you, Chase. You thought about them using the wideouts. Well, out of the wideout spot there to make the grab was Griffin Kraft. That makes already his 3rd catch of the ball game. That H-back can be so versatile when you line him up out wide.
Absolutely. Yeah, deep threat. Also, that was just a great play there. Good throw there by Shout. Oh, my goodness.
Pitch to the right side, and there's Jalen Birch dragging defenders down inside the 35-yard line. Goes from the 49 down inside the 35 of Doane, and it's a gain of about 20.
Yeah, and you see them going no huddle again, moving quick. Shane Gain trying to hustle up.
Shotgun set, 3 wide receivers left. This pass is tipped up in the air and nearly intercepted. Tony Butler was the corner who deflected that one, nearly tipped it to himself while guarding Kyle Sisler. Dangerous throw, falls harmlessly to the turf for Zach Chevalier.
That was just a good play there on defense. Looked like everyone was running a hitch route. Able to get a hand on the ball, almost tipped up, like you said, intercepted. That would have been a great play there by this defense, but also holding them stopped 2nd and long.
3:09 to go here in the first. 7-0 Morningside. They bring one across the line of scrimmage, and here comes the end-around jet sweep. With it in his possession is Juven Hudson, and Hudson is tripped up inside the 30-yard line. Tanner Simdorn with the tackle, and it's a 15-yard gain for a first down.
Yeah, they use the end-around with Hudson right there, and he's so fast around the edge. Able to use his speed for a really good gain. Simdorn at the end of the play, luckily to get him tackled. Now they're inside the 20-yard line now.
Pistol set, new look here for the Mustangs on offense. 2 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. The man in motion is Kyle Sisler, and pressure comes. Sisler's looking for a flag. He got hit and brought to the ground on the play. There is no whistle, and the pass falls incomplete after pressure got in the face of Chevalier. It was Alex Rowland, the linebacker, who got contact with Sisler. And there you see the pressure right in the face of the quarterback, brought by Lucas Christensen.
Yeah, I believe it was behind the line, and I feel like you can hit the threat if they are behind the line.
2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Birch on the edge, left side, and he gets a nice gain, but he's brought down on the play. Tackle made by DeMarcus Cannon. Couple of new faces out there defensively today for Doane.
Yeah, I knew they have some injuries as well. So they are trying out a lot of new people, especially in the secondary.
Check that. I believe on the tackle there was Liban Farah, the defensive back. And that brings up a 3rd and 7. Morningside's perfect, 2 for 2 on 3rd down. They've faced both 3rd and 5s. Chevalier Looking at the sideline. That catch is made inside the numbers at the 10-yard line. And that catch is made for a first down. Tanner Simdorn on the tackle. Catch made there by Reese Spieler. And that is a first down for the Mustangs.
It's just another good throw there by the Chevalier. Another out route just perfectly placed. Good tackle there by Simdorn. But now they're looking at first and goal for Morningside.
Handoff up the middle here for Jalen Birch. Rumbles his way down to about the 5-yard line. Jalen Birch now with 5 carries for 36 yards in the ball game, averaging right about what he usually does, around 6 to 7 yards per carry.
Yeah, he's just a really good running back in terms of getting downhill quick, using his speed to his advantage and falling forward. Minimal gain is 5 yards.
Jalen Birch up the middle, gets near the goal line. Another lineman, Jack James, comes in to try to move the pile, but it's going to set up third down and about goal to go at the 1-yard line. Jared Boggs in there for the tackle for Doane. Morningside in the red zone this season, 88%, 1-for-1 today already. Birch right up the gut, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown Morningside, and they go 2 for 2 on their first 2 possessions in terms of finding touchdowns, and the 10th-ranked team in the country leads at 13-zip.
I mean, there's just not a lot you could really do. Looks like a power eye right underneath, able to drive his feet forward. That's going to be another 6 points.
So for Birch, his 6th touchdown of the season. On for the PAT is Tommy Fitzsimmons, the sophomore, already 1 for 1 tonight. The snap, the hold, kick on the way, it is up, and it is good. Dozen plays, 71 yards in exactly 4 minutes, and for the 6th time this season, number 8, Jalen Birch finds the end zone, and it's a 14-0 Morningside lead here in the first.
Other companies have the revolving door. Every time we come into Schaefer's, it's always the same people. And the big thing to me is they know you by name. They know who you are, which makes a person like myself feel just warm and welcome here. And that's what's great about Schaefer's.
Schaefer's has the essential Whirlpool appliances you need, from refrigerators and air fry ranges to laundry repairs to keep your clothes clean and
14-0 in favor of Morningside. Doane going to try to get something going on special teams here as the return is brought back across the 25 and brought down as Willis right around that same spot, and this Morningside defense retakes the field. More importantly, the Doane offense takes the field. I liked what I saw from Jonathan Johnson's first series offensively, and Sam Hartman obviously didn't light it up through the air, went 2 of 4, but talk about converting third down, setting up third manageable. That's something Jonathan Johnson talked about this week. Well, they put it into action on that first drive.
Absolutely. They moved the ball pretty well on that first drive. I know they stalled out on that 4th down with Sam Hartman being short, but they want to replicate what they did last drive as well. Getting the running game started, moving the chains, get past midfield. And now, down 14, there has to be some sort of urgency.
Shotgun set. Hartman will start this on the ground using his legs. He runs left side, gets tripped up on the play by Landry Phipps. Phipps with 5 tackles for loss this season. That wasn't a TFL, but it was tackle number 37. Doane does not have to snap it again here in the first quarter if they don't want to. Down 14-0. They face 2nd and 7, and Chase, it looks like they're content to take this to the 2nd.
Yeah, that's a pretty good call, too. Able to get a longer talk about what you're going to do here on 2nd and long.
There you see triple zeros on the scoreboard after 15 minutes. Number 10 Morningside taking care of business here in Crete. 2 for 2 on their 2 offensive possessions, and they lead at 14-zip.
everything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
He's there with me in the moment.
It is one of the best things I do every week.
Anyone can be a mentor. It comes back to you tenfold.
She got to meet me, I'm pretty cool.
I'm glad I have a mentor.
People actually care about me.
What you're going to receive is way more.
Sides here for the second quarter, a 14-0 lead for Morningside. Doane on offense, and they're going to take a shot right out of the gate, and the catch is made by John DeRiso. Brought down around the 30-yard line by Victor Atupra, and a big gain on the first play of the second quarter for Doane.
What an answer. What a play call there. First play in the second quarter with the wind at their back now. Hartman, what a great throw. John DeRiso, way to get under it. What a catch, and that's how you move the chains in a big way.
48-yard gain on the play for John DeRiso. That is his longest reception of the season, beating his previous best of 35. And it's 1st and 10 Doane at the 30, right around where their opening drive stalled out back in the first. Here's Hartman going back to DeRiso, this time in the end zone, jump ball, and Atupra deflects that one away. That was good coverage. Atupra didn't get burned twice.
Yeah, like you said, better coverage that time. Still a pretty good ball. I thought DeRiso almost came up with it again. Had a step on him.
2nd and 10 at the 30.
Just a little, that's too good of a defensive play.
Yeah, Atupra this season, 6 pass breakups now, including that one. You don't see him get burned as he was just a few plays ago for nearly 50 yards often. And Doane thought if it worked once, why not try and make it work twice? They'll go back to the ground game here. Blake Allen runs forward, and that has not really worked much tonight for Doane. The Tigers averaging 3 yards per carry. That's good enough if you want to have a long drive, but now you find yourself down a couple of scores. Can't really rely on that all day long. Seth Thomas would tackle.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to see Doane kind of turn towards the air more, being down 14. Running game not doing too bad, but not doing the greatest right now. And you're going to see a lot of, play action fakes.
Tigers facing 3rd and 7. They're 3 for 4 on 3rd down. 1 for 1 on this possession. 2 wide receivers right with DeRiso in the slot. Had that 48-yard reception on the first play of the second quarter. Hartman rushed out of the pocket, fires downfield, and incomplete on a crossing route. He was looking over the middle for Derek Anderson. Would have been his first catch of the ball game and the season. Pass falls incomplete, and it's 4th down. You're into the wind here. I got a feeling I know what Jonathan Johnson's going to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they're going to keep the offense out on the field here. Try to get close to the first down marker. If you're not, you're going to pick up the first down, at least get close to it to put it back to about the 20-yard line.
Shotgun set. Blake Allen, sidecar to Sam Hartman, and DeRiso now lines up near the tight end spot. Hartman's going to run the pooch kick here. Everybody's going to wave it off, and Doane might have just flipped the field, and they do. Inside the half-yard line, I think Morningside fully committed to thinking Doane was going to run a play there. They had nobody back. Everybody waved it off, and a nice job by the Doane receiver down the field. Tyshawn Miller deflects it back. Andrew Waito taps it. Ooh, that was close.
It was a little close for comfort right there. Yeah, it kind of fooled the secondary and the linebackers of Morningside. And they're going to talk about where the ball is placed.
It definitely looked like it pushed the one to the white of the goal line. Oh boy, that's killer. It definitely touched the white chalk of the end zone. I will say
it did. But I thought someone got to touch the ball before it went into the end zone. Not the second guy, not Andrew Waito, right here.
Yeah, that was Tyshawn Miller, 13 in black there.
Looks like he tipped it right there. And then you'll see Waito as it hits the chalk, move it back.
Did he have a foot in the end zone?
Maybe.
Boy, that's killer for this Doane. Not only defense, but offense on what was a really well-executed pooch kick there. And now you have to put the defense back out there in about average starting field position for the Mustangs at their own 20. Morningside 2 for 2 on their first 2 possessions of the ball game in terms of finding the end zone. Jalen Birch has a rushing touchdown and a receiving score for Kyle Sisler. Chevalier airing it out downfield. Speaking of Kyle Sisler, this one's just overthrown. And as it falls incomplete, Sisler blew by the freshman corner, Tony Butler, and nearly had his second of the game.
Yeah, Sisler did have a step on his post route. Great throw by Chevalier. I think it was just in the sun, and Sisler lost it. He couldn't really find it.
Today's game is brought to you in part by O Street Carpet. They're our second quarter sponsor. O Street Carpet is supported by Steve Carper and the crew at O Street Carpet. 13:09 to go here, second quarter. Handoff left side on the run is Juven Hudson, and Hudson is brought down on the play. Far side of the field, Jarrett Boggs with his 7th tackle of the game already. Over 50 tackles on the season with those 7 today, and it brings up 3rd and 4.
Yeah, it looked like it ran out of the pistol, a little read option again. I think that's what they're going to do in terms of running, and also picking up 7. He's just a reliable source on the ground.
Handoff up the middle. Hudson runs forward, gets the first down. So another conversion on 3rd down for Morningside as they move to 5 for 5 in that category. They've been really impressive on 3rd this season at 47%. Run game for Morningside has showed up. They're averaging just under 7 yards per attempt, but they'll go to Chevalier in the air here. Another catch for Griffin Kraft, the H-back/tight end, picks up about 7 yards, and that brings up 2nd and 3.
It was a good play, though, by Kraft, able to turn around. Seeing how Chevalier couldn't really see anything deep, open, able to dump it down, pick up the yardage he needed to, make 2nd down a lot closer.
And a nice tackle by Tony Butler as well to kind of get low, bring him to the ground, and prevent him from picking up the first. There was nobody downfield in black and orange. Fire over the middle, this one incomplete. Pass intended for Cal Pugh, and that brings up 3rd down and 3.
It's a good play. They look like an RPO, so it's a run-pass option. You're going to see the slant kind of have a step open, just out of reach throw for Chevalier.
3rd and 3 upcoming. Ball spotted at the 40. Wide receiver on the near side for Morningside is Kellen Jacobson. Interesting look here. An I formation for the first time tonight for Morningside. They fake the handoff. Chevalier fires. Incomplete, looking for Kraft, and it's 4th down.
It's a good play call there on 3rd and short, though. The play fake, the bootleg to their right. Chevalier able to get space and depth. Had a step, just a little bit out of reach again.
4th and 3, and Morningside will kick it away. Steve Ryan going to bring on his punter, his punter Luke Paulson. 37 yards per kick this year. 4 of those inside the 20. Blake Allen back deep for Doane. Kick is away. A spiraling kick, fielded just past the 20-yard line with a fair catch by Allen, and the Doane offense will retake the field. Well, again, not necessarily any possession for Doane has been bad today. They haven't gone 3 and out once, and how many times have you and I sat up here and talked about you just got to pick up that first down? Their inability to do that has hurt them at times, but their ability to pick up first downs and convert on 3rd down today has allowed them to control the time possession and kind of stay in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Their offense has kind of looked different today. Just well-oiled, moving down the field pretty well, picking up first downs. It's just you can't stall out at the end of the field right now, almost in the red zone.
1st and 10, running right side. Blake Allen with the carry. Allen so far tonight, 6 carries, including that one for 17 yards on the ball game. And it's a gain of about 6, and it brings up 2nd and 4.
A little bit better run there. A little gain of 6. They're going to move fast here, trying to trips to the near side. They're going to try to throw it more.
And Sam Hartman took off to run with it, and Morningside was not fooled. Brought down on the play is Hartman. In there for the tackle was Jason Bowker. big 6'2", 280-pound nose guard, and it's 3rd and 5. Hartman loses a yard, just the second negative run play of the ball game for the Tigers. Doane on 3rd down, 3 of 5. Morningside, 5 of 6. That's a much better clip than we've seen the Tigers at this season on 3rd. John DeRiso, who has a 48-yard reception already tonight, is matched up one-on-one on the near side against A.J. Matthews. They throw to the flat. Allen with the grab, and he's tripped up at the ankles. Tackle made by Jack Kratz, the safety, and that brings up 4th down.
Just a good play there by Morningside's defense, really covering up. Hartman didn't really see anything open downfield. Dump it down, minimal gain. That's our first 3 and out of the game, but you're willing to take that and take care of the football.
Yeah, the announcer jinx, we talked about they hadn't gone 3 and out yet, and of course then they do.
Yep, it's jinxed it.
4th down and 4 coming up on to punt for Doane is Garrett Papp, 34 yards per kick this season. He has a dozen inside the 20. Kick is away, end over end with a bit of spiral on it. As this one rolls to the left, Jalen Birch is going to let this go. And Doane will down it inside the 20, so make it 13 kicks inside the 20 for the punter, Garrett Papp. And the Morningside offense, after not much of a breather, will retake the field if the defense gets a 3 and out.
Yeah, absolutely. And they looked kind of, upset on how they got stopped last drive. I'm sure they're going to be coming back with a no huddle. They're going to try to go quick down the field here and put another one in.
So far today, this Morningside offense, 2 for 3 in terms of finding the end zone. Their last possession was the only time they didn't. Zach Chevalier, 10 of 16, 81 yards and a touchdown. Hudson and Birch with 42 and 39 rushing yards to make up the 81 in the scorebook for the Mustangs. Hudson gets his 5th carry of the ball game, runs off left side, and he's brought down by Reese Zudeverd, and it brings up 2nd down and about 3 yards to go. I'll go back to the ground game here. Hudson tumbles his way through a tackle to get the 1st down. He was hit there by Jarrett Boggs as he got kind of right to the line of scrimmage and was able to just keep his feet.
That was kind of scary there. If he didn't get tripped up right there, he'd still be running. Luckily, fall forward. Picked up the 1st down at least, but that's kind of a sigh of relief for Doane's defense.
Chevalier in the shotgun. They'll keep it on the ground for the 3rd straight play on this drive, and they'll go back to Hudson again. And he's wrapped up. Nice job by the Doane linebackers. Jarrett Boggs in there again. Tackling's been strong today for the most part for Doane comparatively to the recent weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. Like in recent weeks, a lot of more broken tackles. Today you see them wrapping up more. Not a lot of broken tackles for Morningside's offense. That's a good sign to see.
Hudson, again, has his number called here, and he's brought down in the play. Reese Zudever in the middle linebacker keeps his spot and sets up a 3rd down and about a yard to go here for Morningside.
It's just a great play by Doane's linebackers. You're going to see Simdorn come in there, get the wrap up, and then you're going to see Zudever finish it.
And it's Hudson again here, runs forward, and he's brought down. Combo tackle, Lieben Ferran, I believe Caden Miller, the 2nd string nose tackle. And it brings up a 1st and 10 from the 45.
You're going to see Morningside finally take a break and not go no huddle, allowing Doane to get some substitutions for their linemen, with Keegan Schuler coming back in.
Schuler, the 6-foot, 240-pound defensive end out of Culberson, Nebraska. I know you're a Nebraska native. Do you know anything about Culberson?
I think that's out by the Panhandle.
Here's a deep shot downfield. Pass is incomplete. Into double coverage. Kellen Jacobson couldn't make the grab. Farah back in coverage for Doane. Also back there to break it up, Alex Rowland. And it brings up 2nd and 10.
He did have a step, but also double covered. Not the worst defense. Just a little bit out of reach by the throw.
Run up the middle here. First time we've been able to say Jalen Birch gets a carry on this drive. And he gets chunk yardage already with a touchdown tonight. Averages about 60 yards per game. Birch with that run, over 40.
I mean, he's just a reliable source on the ground. They were backed up 2nd and long, able to pick up about 6 there. Makes 3rd down a lot more easier.
3rd and 4 from the Doane 49 as the Mustangs have climbed their way into Tiger territory. And a whistle, and I believe we've got a timeout called. Oh, we didn't have a timeout call by either side, but I believe coming off the field there was Alex Rowland. And I believe he might have cut his hand, looks like. He took some water to it, getting it taped up and bandaged. So here we go again on 3rd and 4. Doane's got a man on the edge, Chris Kemp. But they go the opposite way to the Mustangs. Jalen Birch gets the carry, and he's hit, driven down, brought down in the backfield. Carter Fauble with a big-time tackle and a big stop for this Tigers defense. Lieben Farah, there you see the safety who came in to help on that tackle. Brings up 4th down.
That's huge for this Doane's defense because the running game has kind of been slashing them on this drive. Get to about midfield, 3rd down, great stop. And that's exactly what they needed to only be down 14 right now.
Lieben Farah, one of the many seniors honored earlier today on Senior Day at Al Papik Field, came a long way to Crete from Sterling, Virginia. Jonathan Johnson said great things to say about his senior safety. This kick is away by the punter Luke Paulson. Blake Allen falls to his knees, picks it up around the 14-yard line, and that is where this Doane offense will retake the field. 5:47 to go in this first half. Doane has the ball to start the second half, Chase. We saw them put together a 5-minute drive earlier. That was their first drive of the ballgame. Obviously, it stalled out. See if they can do it again here.
Absolutely. They want to replicate that too, but also put 6 in the end zone. You know, they want to go up, get a touchdown here on this drive. I think they want to use as much clock as they possibly can, not giving Morningside another chance on offense to score before half.
They line up in the shotgun, do the Tigers. Rian Green is the running back on this series. Green with 4 carries. Blake Allen with 5 so far tonight. And there's a run by Rian Green, and Rian Green runs forward and picks up a few yards. That's a good play to get him back down to the 14.
The running game has come alive in the second quarter a little bit, averaging 3 yards. Now it's getting their 4 or 5 yards, 6-yard runs. It's a good sign to see.
Keep us on your TV for halftime, as we'll have our halftime show brought to you in part by RMV Construction. We'll talk a lot about this first half. Doane's still very much in this ball game. Our halftime again brought to you in part by RMV Construction, trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Pass to the sidelines was caught by John DeRiso for the first down. DeRiso's having a nice game, makes a second grab of the ball game right there.
Absolutely. Taking advantage of the soft corner right there, able to get his 5-yard out, pick up a first down, move the chains, and get out of harm's way, backed up in their own end zone.
Ball the 30-yard line. Doane started this possession at their own 14. If the defense gets a massive stop to force a Morningside punt. Rian Green gets the run here, and that inside run just has not worked today. In there for the stop was Jason Bowker. Teal Lowe in there as well.
Yeah, this Morningside linebacker core is so talented. And the defensive line really never gave him a chance, never gave Green a lane to run, no alley, and a minimal gain, maybe no gain right there.
Second down and 10 coming up. Ball the 30-yard line. Coming up on 4 minutes to go in this first half. Again, Doane will have the ball to start the third quarter. They won the toss, deferred their choice to the second half. Hartman to the air for the first time on this new series, and he gets clobbered. Sandwiched in the backfield. On the sack, Teal Lowe in there, and another linebacker for Morningside for their first sack of the day.
Yeah, you're going to see Hartman here trying to find something open. Kind of held the ball for too long, and Morningside time finally ran out and got a big sack.
That was Cole Riley, the Lincoln, Nebraska native, just down the road on Highway 77. A happy homecoming for the 6'1" sophomore as he gets a sack, which is his 4th of the season. Third down and 19 on the play, on the first big negative play of the ball game for this Tigers offense. Hartman's going to the air, looking downfield, overthrows Andrew Waito, back in coverage, Tupra, and that brings up 4th down, and here comes the punting unit.
Yeah, really didn't have much options. The playbook does get shorter when it's 3rd and long. Hartman Trying to throw it out to Wado on the right side. Wind at his back, maybe overthrown a little bit. But, I mean, there's just not a lot of options you can do on 3rd and 19.
Yeah. You take a shot.
Take a shot.
And they did. Garrett Papp on to punt. Back deep to return is Jalen Burge, who's already had a nice day in the run game today for Morningside. Papp will stand about the 6-yard line there on the right side of your screen. High snap. And this kick is not a good one. Shanked to the left, and it goes out of bounds right around the Doane 40. So that doesn't even reach midfield. Downwind as well, Chase.
Yeah, it's a little miscue right there. Might have shanked it off to the left. Looked like no one really got a hand on it. Yeah, just a little bit of a miscue right there.
And Papp came to the sideline shaking his head. Not too pleased with that punt. Now Morningside. 3 minutes to go, all 3 timeouts, starting inside Doane territory at the 37. A really good chance to make this a 3-score game going to the break.
Yeah, and hopefully Doane's defense can make a stand right here. Try not to let that happen. Leave key points off the board and only go down 14.
Chevalier at quarterback. To his left hip is Juven Hudson. It's been a pretty even dispersion between Hudson and Burge when it comes to running the football. And the catch is made leaning out of bounds by Kyle Sisler, who has a receiving touchdown today already. That's a first down inside the Doane red zone.
This is a great route there by Sisler, able to get the outside leverage. It's a good throw by Chevalier. And now they're moving into the red zone.
23-yard gain in the play. That's 3 receptions for 36 yards and a touchdown for Sisler. Running forward on the carry as Juven Hudson gets down inside the 5-yard line. And Morningside's knocking on the door.
Yeah, don't let the frame of Hudson fool you at 5'10", 175. He runs like he's 220. He's just tough, competitive runner.
Hudson runs forward here. This time he gets stood up. Lieben Farah, the safety, in there again. You know, he's listed as a safety. His play almost looks linebacker-ish.
Absolutely. He's come to play today. He's had a couple clutch tackles, one on 3rd down last drive. I mean, he's came to play today. He's playing really good so far.
Timeout called by Morningside. They will take their first of the half. 2-minute, that's the 2-minute timeout. My mistake. I believe Morningside probably would have called the timeout regardless there.
Right.
We will keep it here, though. Remind you to stick around for halftime here on News Channel Nebraska. Halftime brought to you in part by Sartor Heyman Jewelers for our halftime highlights. We'll see a lot of them, even a couple of Doane highlights in there as well as we reach the 2-minute timeout here. Well, how big momentum-wise would it be for this Doane defense if they were able to get a stop here and keep this at a 2-score game?
Oh, it'd be huge. I mean, I know it's a tough task, against a really talented offense and Chevalier. But if they get a stop here, leave points off the board before half, that'd be a huge momentum swing, getting the ball for Doane's offense starting the second half.
No doubt. Chevalier so far today, 11 of 18, 104 yards and a touchdown. Juven Hudson, 11 carries for 80 yards, and he is likely to get his number called at least once or twice more in this first half as Morningside comes out of the 2-minute timeout. 2nd and goal on the Doane 3-yard line. Chevalier to the left hip, Hudson to the left hip of Chevalier. The snap. Chevalier rolls right, throws, passes caught, Griffin Kraft, touchdown Morningside. After a bad punt by Garrett Papp, Morningside takes advantage of a short field, goes 37 yards, and makes this a 3-score game.
Yeah, Griffin Kraft a couple times in this game finds a way to get open, especially in that boot pass, and he will find the end zone.
3rd receiving touchdown of the season for the senior Griffin Kraft, and now on for his 3rd PAT of the ball game is Tommy Fitzsimmons, as he will try to make this a 21-0 lead here with less than 2 minutes to go in the first half. Kick is on its way. The kick is up, and it is good. You give a good team like Morningside free yardage, it's gonna kill you. The Mustangs go 37 yards in 4 plays in just over a minute, and the senior Griffin Kraft finds pay dirt.
got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do, just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered. You're
Morningside does indeed take advantage of a short field to make this a 21-0 game. And on the return here for Doane, Jakarian Jackson runs right, gets upended just past the 25. And this Tiger offense will retake the field down 21-0 with 1:50 to go. I think if you said this was a 14-0 game at the half, a lot of people would be surprised. 21-0 feels like this is maybe about where this game should be at the half.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is kind of a tough situation for Doane because you want to score before halftime, a little 2-minute drill here, but also you got to take care of the football. Don't cough up a fumble, an interception, and give them any more momentum.
There's the first catch of the season for the freshman tight end, Derek Anderson, as he picks up a short gain. 100 seconds to go here in the first half. 2nd and 5 upcoming after the 5-yard reception. 2 wide receivers to either end. DeRiso on the sideline, tries to cut it upfield, gets swung out of bounds on the play. Landry Phipps on the tackle. DeRiso's having a nice game. That is his 4th catch of the ball game, and he's now over 80 yards.
Yeah, he's been really good on the far side of the field, able to use those out routes and those deep corner routes to get some space and separation from the defender and pick up nice yardage.
DeRiso alone on the edge, wide out to the left. Pass over the middle is incomplete. Nobody home. Miscommunication there. Sam Hartman, hands in the air, confused, and it brings up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it looked like a little miscommunication between Wado and Hartman in terms of routes. Wado was kind of going in, and it looked like Hartman was kind of throwing a corner route or an out route.
Wado so far today, 1 reception for 9 yards. Probably going to need more out of one of your leaders in receiving yards to beat the 10th ranked team in the country.
Absolutely. I think especially in the second half, you're going to see you're going to see a lot more passing styles and passing concepts.
Shotgun set here for Hartman. Backs up, loses the football. Able to hop back on top of it with Seth Apersbach. And that brings up 3rd down and long.
That's one thing you can't have happen. Talking about at the beginning of the drive, you can't force a fumble or get an interception to try to give Morningside the ball before half again. Luckily, Apersbach fell on it. And now it's 3rd and long, and you kind of expect here to just use up the rest of the clock and go into the locker room.
Yeah, Doane faced 3rd and 19 on their last 3rd down. On that first drive, they faced 3rd and 16 here. We have a lot of fun up in this booth.
We do.
Don't we, Chase?
Yeah.
Handoff up the middle. Blake Allen is just going to try to burn some clock, but why not try to get the first down? A flag comes in at the end. It's brought down at the 50-yard line by Blake Bellamy. And we'll see what Doane elects to do here. You've got to check the penalty as well. That could change things.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Oh, half not quite over, is it, Chase?
Nope, that penalty definitely helped. Able to flip the field past the 50-yard line. And they might have some life here. No, 1 timeout with about 25 seconds remaining. It could take some shots at the end zone.
Well, we have seen Doane go downfield once today. Seth Apersbach lined up at the right guard spot this time. Snap back to Hartman. Hartman airs it out, looking for DeRiso. overthrows him. That was the deep shot that Doane converted earlier, was a 50-yard pass to John DeRiso.
Yeah, that's exactly what they wanted to do. But, I mean, that was just great defense by Morningside's secondary, not giving that deep ball up.
Morningside has all 3 timeouts, and I think that's the biggest probably piece of the puzzle here is you don't want to give Morningside the ball back anywhere right now.
Right, especially, that after that penalty, they kind of got more comfortable in terms of not giving them the ball back with little time remaining here in the second quarter. But now, with that penalty, they're at about 35-yard line. They could take about 2 or 3 more shots.
Doane has a timeout remaining. Hartman rushed out of the pocket, flips one over the middle, and Blake Allen had his eyes downfield, and it goes in and out of the midst, and that brings up 3rd down.
That really hurts because not only did he drop it, but also that stops the clock as well. Third and 10 now with about 15 seconds remaining. There's not much really you could do before half.
Boy, he just had his eyes upfield, didn't he?
Yep.
3rd down and 10. Allen's not a decoy in terms of the pass game. He has a reception today already and has over 50 yards receiving on the season. 5 wide of the formation here for the Tigers. The quarterback from Grand Island Northwest, Sam Hartman, airs one out, looking for DeRiso in the end zone, and it goes in and out of the breadbasket. Nearly a massive touchdown, and it's 4th down.
That's the look you wanted, too. You want DeRiso, kind of like the play from about 3 plays ago. Looked like the same route concept. Really good throw. Looking for it. Oh, might have got a hand in there, too. DeRiso really wants that one back.
Good coverage by Jack Kratz, the safety there as well. Doane's going to call a timeout. Chase, we'll keep it here. Why not? What do you think we see Doane drop here? You think they go to the end zone again? And if they do they try to go to the middle? Because the corners have been giving him some fits today.
I think so. I think maybe do a scissors concept, maybe post across, kind of, try to confuse the Morningside defense by crossing routes maybe. But the biggest thing you want is you want to take up all the 7 seconds.
Sure.
You don't want to leave any time left on the clock. So if you are going to make a play, make sure you get to about 2 seconds for Hartman and then throw it to make sure that'll be the last play of this half.
That clock management still very much a factor here. Doane trails at 21-0. We'll go over a lot more of these stats coming up on our RMV Construction halftime show. But they are being outgained by nearly 100 yards by Morningside, 234 to 139. The run game has been dominated by the Mustangs as well. They are averaging about 6 yards per attempt for 127 yards. It's been tough sledding for Doane in that category, averaging just over 2 yards per carry. So Doane breaks huddle, 4th down and 10 after burning their final timeout of the half. We've seen a 50-yard pass play today, nearly saw another long touchdown. But Doane lines up from the 35, down 21-zip. 3 wide receivers right, Tyshawn Miller, the freshman, out wide left. Snap back to Hartman. Here comes the heat. Steps out of the pocket, needs to set his feet to throw, and he flings one to the sidelines, and the clock just barely eclipses triple zeros, and that will bring us to the half. 21-0 Morningside. They score 14 in the first, 7 in the second after a 37-yard 4-play drive. Here you see just no chance for Sam Hartman to set his feet and throw.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I thought Morningside was going to bring some pressure. That was good pressure by the defensive line, able to get him under duress, under pressure, not make a clean throw to the end zone. And that was a big point for Morningside's defense.
Well, we just talked about it, 21-0 in favor of Morningside. They've outgained Doane 234 to 139. We'll kick it to break. When we return, we'll have highlights, analysis, and a look at our upcoming NCN schedule. This is Doane football on NCN 21-0 Mustangs. The break.
Once you get involved in teammates, you're kind of hooked.
It's the absolute best.
It gives me goosebumps right now talking about it.
That says it all. Be a mentor.
Join the team.
Be a mentor.
Other companies have the revolving door. Every time we come into Schaefer's, it's always the same people. The big thing to me is they know you by name. They know who you are, which makes a person like myself feel just warm and welcome here. And that's what's great about Schaefer's.
Schaefer's has the essential Whirlpool appliances you need, from refrigerators and air fry ranges to lawn repairs to keep your clothes clean and sanitized at everyday low prices. At Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances.
It's not just about the shoe. It's about your fit.
What sets Fleet Feet aside from everything else that we've experienced is my girls being runners. They have very different needs. And so that technology with the scanning and the personal touches is just unmatched. I met Lori almost 16 years ago, and when I saw Lori open this, I knew there was no other place that I wanted to go to have someone help me with my footwear and everything else involved with running. Fleet Feet doesn't just fit your shoes, they fit your life.
Fleet Feet Lincoln. Find your fit today.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The yellow jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people that we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Whether you're rolling up in a semi, pulling a horse trailer, heading to the lake with your boat, or just cruising in a car or motorcycle, Speedy Mart is your stop. Fuel up fast, grab your favorite snacks, stretch out with plenty of parking, and step inside for a roomy store and friendly faces. And hey, teams love it before and after the game. Speedy Mart convenience stores, fueled for every road.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back. Sure.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes, the wedding band, so we'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we're more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
When you're proud of the community you live in, taking care of the people in it isn't a job, it's an honor. At John Henry's, we take pride in being relied upon by the great people of Lincoln and the surrounding areas. A hard day's work means a happy customer, and making happy customers has been our goal all along. A team of expert plumbers, drain specialists, and HVAC professionals, dedicated to finding solutions for our customers. Because for us, a successful day ends with a handshake and a smile. John Henry's, our family serving yours.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
NCN Sports is brought to you by City Bank and Trust in Crete, member FDIC, and by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
20 kids, 1 SUV, and 1 mission. Snacks. Speedy Mart is where the snack squad rolls deep. Whether it's before the first pitch or after the final out, we've got drinks, treats, and all the fuel to keep your team going strong. Speedy Mart convenience stores. Quick, convenient, and always ready when the team rolls in. Speedy Mart. Snack strong, play strong.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. And by Crete Public Schools.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you've got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
NCN Sports is brought to you by City Bank and Trust in Crete, member FDIC, and by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
On your way to the big game or heading home after the win, Speedy Mart is the ultimate team stop.
Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! You're bound to stay alive at Speedy Mart.
Icy cold drinks? Check. Tasty snacks? Double check. Fast fuel and room for the whole crew? You know it.
Be aggressive! And make sure to go to Speedy Mart after the game.
It's time to get in the game. When you team up with teammates, you don't need pads or a playbook. 1 hour a week can encourage a student in your community to win in school and in life. Hundreds of young people are waiting for a mentor to show up and build their confidence, character, and hope for the future. Be the teammate every young person deserves. Clock is ticking. Sign up at teammates.org today. Join the team. Be a mentor.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we're more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
Nebraska Public Power District was ready to power the state's ag industry growth in the 70s and the ethanol industry in the 2000s. Today, the need for energy is growing at a rapid pace. We are ready. We are expanding our diverse energy generation mix and building on to an already reliable and resilient infrastructure, not only to power today, but to empower Nebraska's tomorrow. Nebraska Public Power District.
When you have the inventory people want and a team that understands what you need, there's one place to go. Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill. Name brand ATVs, side-by-sides, and high-performance machines built for work, made for play. And the service doesn't stop at the sale. Big Red Motorsports delivers, literally. Free delivery with your purchase. It's all here in O'Neill. Big Red Motorsports.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love.
All right, welcome back to Al Papik Field, 21-0. 10th ranked Morningside leading Doane. He's Chase Wilkinson. My name is Jake Bartecki. Beautiful fall afternoon. Feels like November, I would say. Wouldn't you say, Chase?
Absolutely. A little chillier today.
Well, what were your overall thoughts on that first half? Obviously, Doane, on that first drive, got it going, kind of stalled out. Overall, I think the offense has been okay. They just haven't been able to finish drives. Defensively, I think you're doing about the best you can.
I think so, too. You kind of took the words out of my mouth. Offense was moving the ball well, especially those first two drives. Able to get it almost to the red zone on Morningside's side of the field, and just, like you said, stalls out. Can't capitalize on these drives, so there's no points really to show for it. I think in the second half, getting the ball to start out, I think it's really important for them to go down and put points on the board. And then for defense, you just got to find a way to contain the run. That's kind of what's been gashing the defense right now.
All right, well, let's take a look at how we got to some of those points with our halftime highlights, which are brought to you in part by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Again, Doane comes into this one 1-6 on the season. 28-21 loss last week to Briarcliff. Oh, there we go. Couldn't see it on my screen here for a moment. Here we go. Stepping up, firing over the middle. Catch made, Griffin Kraft. Pretty nicely well done there, and a well drawn up play by the Morningside coaching staff. And then Juven Hudson right up the middle. Nothing crazy. That was set up after a long third down conversion. There you go. You see Sam Hartman. Probably the best play of the half here by Doane.
Yeah, absolutely. A little double fake, pump fake to kind of draw off the defensive backs. Able to make a great move. Good catch by John DeRiso.
Stepping up and running here, left side, was Hudson. But Lehman Farah, who you pointed out on our stat sheet, already has 7 tackles out of the safety spot today. That was one of them there. Hartman taken down in the backfield. Bellamy in there on the tackle, along with Seth Jones, and then here's a rollout pass right to the end zone. Griffin Kraft made a lot of catches in the middle of the field, finds one down by the goal line for 6 points.
Yep. He's been finding ways to get open with those bootleg passes all the first half. And he has 4 receptions, I think 45 yards, and a touchdown to show for it.
All right, well, our halftime sponsor is RMV Construction. If you have a construction project that needs built, RMV Construction is the company you need to call. Today we're featuring the beautiful Yanni Park Pavilion in Kearney, Nebraska, $3.7 billion project RMV Construction recently completed. RMV Construction built this 3,600 square foot event space, which features a catering kitchen, wraparound patio, and fire pit area. There you see it on the bottom right half of your screen. Every detail shows the care and quality that RMV puts into their work, whether it's a community space commercial project or something totally unique, kind of like the Yanni Park Pavilion. Trust the team that brought the Yanni Pavilion to life. RMV Construction with offices in Kearney and Lincoln, trusted, local, proven. All right, Chase, let's take a look at our upcoming broadcast schedule on News Channel Nebraska. Obviously, playoff football is likely to be in there as well. I don't know how much you got to follow some games last night, but interesting first night of some of those postseason games. So there you see it. A lot of TBDs. But we've got high school football playoff action in those spots. Central Missouri, UNK, Augustana, and Wayne State, those next Saturday here on NCN. And, we'll see what we get for playoffs. I think there's some intriguing matchups in that second round, especially in B&C.
Absolutely. I think we're in store for a great playoff, no matter, what class. And is there any time better than playoff football?
Did you get to see the Hail Mary last night in Gretna Norris?
I heard about it. Yeah. I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
It was pretty crazy. I was fortunate enough to be on the call for that one. So stay tuned. We've got a lot of games coming up on News Channel Nebraska. We've also got the second half coming up on News Channel Nebraska. Morningside leads Doane 21-0.
Intimidated by a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. The wedding bands will be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
When you're proud of the community you live in, taking care of the people in it isn't a job, it's an honor. At John Henry's, we take pride in being relied upon by the great people of Lincoln and the surrounding areas. A hard day's work means a happy customer, and making happy customers has been our goal all along. A team of expert plumbers, drain specialists, and HVAC professionals, dedicated to finding solutions for our customers. Because for us, a successful day ends with a handshake and a smile. John Henry's, our family serving yours.
Our halftime show is proudly presented by RMV Construction. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
ready for the second half here on News Channel Nebraska. Doane will have the football to start the third quarter as they elected to defer way back when we started this thing as they won the toss, and now they'll go on offense to start this second half. Chase, how important is this first drive for Doane in terms of staying in the game?
I mean, it's huge. You're down 3 scores, 21-0. Getting the ball here early, you have to take advantage of it. You have to at least put some sort of points on the scoreboard, just to keep the momentum going, get some points, get closer in range, and give your defense kind of, a little assistance and trying to get them to stop Morningside from scoring, as well as trying to get Doane offense to score.
Back deep to return for Doane, 24 and 25. That's Cannon Willis and Blake Allen. Allen has all the returns today for the Tigers as Morningside gets ready to kick things away. Oh, look at this. Doane lined up on the wrong side of the field. That is why Morningside did not come out of the huddle.
Oh, man.
You don't see that every day.
No, you don't.
Wow. Well, guess we'll flip sides.
Yep.
Like what we're going to do in the fourth quarter, we're just going to do it here in the third as well.
I think we got to situate it now.
Yeah, I think we do. Well, the ball is teed up by Tommy Fitzsimmons. Look, yeah, he's saying, hey, guys, we got to go this way. Well, all figured out. Now we can start this second half and this crucial opening third quarter drive for the Tigers. Again, Allen and Willis back deep to return as the kick is put in the air, swing of the right leg, and this one is scooped up and picked up by Doane. On the return, it's Gage Friesen, and Friesen will just give himself up around the 25-yard line, a couple yards past that spot, and the Doane offense retakes the field. Running game got to get going, or does Sam Hartman need to start connecting with these receivers a little bit more on some deep shots?
I mean, I wouldn't go completely away from the running game. Obviously, you need to sprinkle it in still to keep that defense guessing. But I would definitely favor the pass more in the second half, just in terms of being down 3 scores. You gotta make up some real estate quick.
I would agree with that. 14:55 to go. That kickoff took 5 seconds off the clock, even though it took a little bit longer when we realized Doane had lined up on the wrong side of the field. So Doane starts the drive, 1st and 10 from their own 29. Doane had 139 yards of offense in the first half, 100 through the air, 39 on the ground. Shotgun set, 2 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Here's Blake Allen, sprung it back to the left, and then he gets swallowed up and taken down on the play. Tackle made by Cole Riley, and that brings up second down.
That was a good initial move there by Allen, making the first man miss, but Morningside's defense closed down quick. And only a minimal gain, about 3 there.
Cole Riley, again, the Lincoln, Nebraska native. He's having a nice game today as well. That's his 5th tackle. 2nd and 8 coming up for Blake Allen, who's now up to 6 carries for 23 yards. Dropping back to throw is Hartman, and he gets destroyed in the backfield, hit hard. Landry Phipps off the blind side, and he hammers Sam Hartman.
Yeah, I mean, that was just great play by Morningside's defensive line. Clear hit on him. Almost lost the football, too. And you don't want your quarterback to take hits like that.
And that was Landry Phipps, the 220-pound senior, against the freshman right guard, Oscar Mercado. And a big loss of 10 on the play, 3rd and 15. This is the 3rd straight 3rd down going back to midway through the second quarter, where Doane has faced at least 15 yards. Shotgun set. The 3 wide receivers to the right. Flags are all over the place as Allen drops another one over the middle. You had 4 verticals down the field, and then the flip pass to the running back. We'll check the penalty marker, but for now it's 4th down.
Looked like there was a lot of confusion on the field, too. I saw John DeRiso look right at the ref at the start of the play.
And body language by Sam Hartman there tells you this might be on the Tigers. Well, we've seen 2 things so far in this third quarter that you don't see very often. Offensive encroachment and a kick return team lining up on the wrong side of the field.
I know, it's been a weird start to the second half. So that screenplay might have worked, too. Allen can't hold on to it. Hartman takes a big hit after the throw. And the penalty didn't help, so now they're going to be punting away.
Fourth straight 3 and out for this Tigers offense, who on their first 3 possessions picked up at least 3 first downs. And now Garrett Papp will kick it away. Jalen Birch back in return coverage. Papp, known for taking his time when he lines up one of these kicks, and he might have taken too much time. Well, it's not unusual for Garrett Papp to take time, but delay a game.
Yeah, and that's another penalty. That's back-to-back penalties on 2 plays, and that's just some miscues you can't have happen against this Morningside team.
So Papp will line up to kick it away again. Now he stands inside the 5, not far off the goal line. And the kick coming here for Doane. That is their 4th penalty of the ball game. 2nd on special teams as well. Papp kicks it away with 10 seconds on the play clock. Birch calls for the fair catch, and he's taken down just shy of midfield. And that is where the Mustangs offense will start. First down and 10. Well, a short field again here, Chase, for Morningside. Again, they ended the first half with a 4-play, 37-yard drive that took barely a minute. Now they start here in a similar situation.
Yeah, and this defensive series is going to be huge, for this whole team for Doane. They need to get a stop here quick. They need to keep points off of the board and find a way to stop this running game from Morningside.
Handoff up the middle. Juven Hudson kicks it outside. Hudson looking for a block. Nobody in the area. He gets swung out of bounds on the play. And it's a big game for Juven Hudson. His longest carry of the ball game, Reese Zudevern on the tackle.
It's just a simple run up the middle, able to bounce to the outside, use his speed to his advantage. A couple missed tackles, too, didn't help. And now they're creeping on the door of the red zone.
Handoff left side. And on the reception, Sisler makes the grab. He's got a receiving touchdown today as well.
It's kind of an interesting formation there. They went trips to the far side of the field, little outside bunch. So they're all on the edge of the field, bunched together. It's just a simple throw for a bubble screen, able to pick up about 6 yards right there.
First down and 10 to go. Ball at the 28-yard line. Morningside looking to possibly deliver an early dagger here in this third quarter. First possession of the second half for the Mustangs. Hudson swallowed up again. Lieben Farah might be having the game of his career. He's there in the backfield once again.
It was a really impressive play there by Farah. Able to come off of the edge on a run up the middle. It's a pretty impressive play right there. Tackle for loss. He is having a heck of a ball game right now.
His 9th tackle of the game. 33 tackles on the season coming into today's contest. Dozen minutes to go here in the third. Third down and 5 to go. Morningside in the first half on third down was really efficient. 6 of 8. Snap back to Chevalier. Rolling out left on his first pass attempt of this second half, and it's too tall downfield. Morningside wants a flag. No flag thrown on the pass intended downfield for Isaac Connor.
It was a good defensive play there. There wasn't much pressure, but pretty good coverage in the secondary. Able to get a fourth down. Had all day to throw, really.
4th and 5 upcoming. Ball to 23. Offense staying on the field for now for Zach Chevalier and Morningside. Chevalier, so far today, has 2 passing touchdowns. Throws over the middle, and Sisler has one of those passing touchdowns. But right now, he has the reception for the first down and a gain of 7.
It's just a really good throw. Good patience there by Chevalier.
And it was Ricardo Briones on the tackle. First and 10 from the 12. Pass to the sideline. Pass is hauled in. That catch made by Kellen Jacobson. Jacobson kept his legs moving and gets swung into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs. Jacobson with his 2nd touchdown of the season on just his 7th catch. And it's 27-0 Morningside.
Is this your simple out route from the slot position? Jacobson catches it and fights forward into the end zone. That's a pretty impressive play right there.
11:18 to go here in the third. On for the PAT is Fitzsimmons. Holder today, Cash Parker, the junior quarterback. This to make it a official 4-touchdown lead. PAT is up. PAT is plenty good. 28-0 in favor of Morningside. A 12-yard receiving touchdown by Kellen Jacobson. Chevalier with his third passing touchdown of the game. Drive summary, 6 plays, 53 yards, 2 minutes and 10 seconds, and it's a 4 TD lead for Morningside.
Everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry, cause you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
28-0 in favor of Morningside after a 12-yard receiving touchdown scored by Kellen Jacobson. We've got a flag on the return here, Chase.
Did you see how far he threw the flag? That was like
that
20 yards downfield.
That was a chuck.
Must have been a quarterback back in his day.
There you go. Might have been. Officials get together. I would assume this is something in the area of block in the back or holding.
During the return, penalty, return team, number 45, 10-yard penalty from the end of the run, 1st and 10, Doane.
I said penalty. I didn't catch what penalty.
Can I be honest? I don't think I did either.
I don't know if he said.
But bottom line, they're going to be set back from that. I think the ball's going to be spotted at the 10.
1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 10.
I can't really tell.
Oh, they had a holding or...
Well, it turns into Doane football now at the 10-yard line, 1st and 10. Tigers still looking to find their way onto the scoreboard. They run off tackle, ball is out, and I believe Doane got back on top of it. And again, it was Eipersbach who recovered it there. His second time he's recovered a fumble today. What were the odds on your right tackle recovering 2 fumbles?
Pretty slim.
Yeah.
As Ryan Green trying to find an alley to run. Morningside wouldn't let him.
And that was Cole Riley, the Lincoln native, with the punch out there.
Right. Heads up play by Eipersbach, though, to fall up on the ball again.
Loss of 6. 6 out of the last 10 plays for Doane have gone backwards. 2nd and 16 from the 4. Hartman in the shotgun stands in the end zone. Ryan Green runs off tackle and gets a couple of those yards lost on the punch out back. Ball came out again there. I think they're going to rule him down. Cade Harriman came up showing the football to the official, but it's 3rd down.
It looked like Green, another outside zone play. Just didn't really have it. Had a little bit of a lane, just closed quick. Ball did come out at the end. Looked like Green was kind of shaken up on that play.
And we saw Blake Allen on that first play of the game get a little banged up as well, but he's come back into the ball game and run the ball 6 times for 23 yards. Other than Sam Hartman on a few scrambles, Allen and Green have been the only ball carriers for Doane today. 9:40 to go here in the 3rd. Hartman dropping back to throw. Here comes the pressure. Airs one out, looking for DeRiso, and he soars this one into the Tigers sideline, and it's a 5th straight 3 and out for Doane.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just, it's tough to have that happen when your offense haven't backed up, 3 and out again. Hartman rolling to his left. Maybe a little miscommunication with the routes again. But yeah, if you want to get back into this ball game, that's a tough blow.
no doubt about that. So Birch standing around the 45, getting ready to receive the punt. Pap barely in the end zone. Kick is away. End over end, and this will be waved off. This could be a pretty good punt. Going to roll Lease back to midfield, about right to it. Down at the 50. So another short field for Morningside.
Yeah, I mean, even though that was a really good bounce for Doane, and we get to the 50-yard line, Morningside starting at midfield is not the best case scenario for the defense. They did get scored on last drive, so hopefully they've kind of fixed that. With the running game, they got to stop that. I'm sure Morningside's almost into that shoot clock mode.
I would say a lot of running the ball.
Yeah, keep the ball on the ground, no crazy plays, and just try to take off some clock.
Ball at the 50, 9:20 to go here in the ball game. In the third quarter, at least. They've got the stick set wrong, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, they do.
Here's Chevalier, fires downfield. No need for the sticks for that one. That's hauled in for a first down reception. Isaac Connor on the grab.
A pretty good corner route there by Connor. Good throw right in between two defenders. Able to move the chains.
Just under 9 minutes remaining. Well, we thought they'd run the ball quite a bit. They come out and throw it on the first possession. Here's Chevalier going to the air again. Pocket broke down, looks downfield, has a man tiptoeing his way, not quite to the end zone, but out of bounds near the goal line. Kellen Jacobson nearly had his second of the ball game.
Yeah, it was a good route there by Jacobson. Good throw by Chevalier. Corner out, across the field. That's beautiful. Just couldn't stay in bounds for the touchdown.
Nearly drops that in. First down, goal to go, and now we see the first run play of the series. Hudson right into the end zone on the dive. 34-0 in favor of the Mustangs. Wow.
It didn't take them long, really, to score. It was a couple plays, and they're already at the 1-yard line.
It's all Morningside here at Al Papik Field. Doane 1-6 on the season, in danger of falling to 1-7. Their only win on the year, that came all the way back in week 3 against Midland, a 19-18 win. The snap, the hold, good kick by Fitzsimmons. It is good. It is 35-0. Juven Hudson joins the touchdown party for the Mustangs. Al Papik Field's been the site, and everybody's been invited. 35-0 in favor of Morningside.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
Only took Morningside 3 plays and 1 minute and 3 seconds to go 50 yards before Juven Hudson finds the end zone for the 6th time this season. Both him and Jalen Birch have a touchdown today. Both have 6 on the year, and it is 35-0 Morningside. Chase, very, I want to say, publicly in front of, the entire team congregated right around the 50-yard line. Jonathan Johnson was very intense to the group, saying they got to get back to the way they played in that first half. How does the team receive that message here down 35-0?
You could take it one of two ways. You could drop the head, or you could, kind of listen to them and be like, all right, we need to pick it up here. We're better than this.
Ball on the ground. Blake Allen ended up with it and runs for it. And that was one of the most animated I think I've seen Jonathan Johnson, who's an animated guy, right?
Yeah.
Talking to his players.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the biggest thing is he knows that these players, his team is better than this right now. They're not 35 points worse than Morningside, and he really just wants to light a fire under them.
Sure. 8 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in the third. Morningside has already put 14 points up in this third quarter. Scored 14 in the first, 7 in the second. Another couple touchdowns for 14 here in the third. Sam Hartman in the gun, 7 of 19 for 100 yards. Here's a pass to the sideline. John DeRiso makes the grab and gets run out of bounds.
Yep, just a simple screenplay out to this close side of the field. DeRiso able to pick up a decent amount of yardage, about 4 to 5 yards. Able to stay ahead of schedule, basically.
Fifth reception of the ball game for DeRiso. He's now up to 88 receiving yards on the day, nearing a season high. Our third quarter day brought to you in part by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of your pain, not just the symptoms. 2nd and 6 for Doane. Got off to a better start on this possession than their last couple here in this third quarter where they went backwards. Snap back to Hartman. Pressure comes. He is hit. Stays on his feet, gets rid of it, and somehow DeRiso makes the grab at the 30. It's not going to quite get them the first down, but they made something out of a whole lot of nothing right there.
Indeed they did. Hartman under pressure pretty early. Evades 2 tacklers as he's going down, throws it. DeRiso juggles it almost for a first down. I think he's about a yard short, but again, you can handle 3rd and 1 compared to 3rd and long.
On third down today, the Tigers sitting at 4 of 11. Morningside 6 for 9. Shotgun set. Allen runs forward, and he gets tripped up, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. And on the play with the tackle was Jason Bowker, and he came up barking something at Allen after the play, and here comes the Doane punting unit.
Yeah, and that's just tough to see because it looked like he had something going a little bit. The yardage was there. You're getting to a 3rd and 1, and then just the negative play set you back a little bit. It looked like they're going to be forced to punt again.
Garrett Papp on to punt for the 5th time today. Averages about 37 yards per kick. He's got 1 inside the 20 today as well. He's from about the same spot. Jalen Birch calls for the fair catch. Secures it just shy of the 35. 6 minutes to go here in the third. 1st and 10 upcoming here for Morningside. Do you think they drive down and try to score again? They were very aggressive going to the air, Chase, but I'm sure they're going to try to score. In the way in which they may do it might look a little different.
Right. You know, I was a little shocked last drive how quick and how they did score. I mean, they went in the air for most of their yards and kind of took 7 really quick in about a minute and a half. So I would expect them to kind of slow down being up 35 and just really try to establish a run game and take some time off the clock.
Chevalier drops back, and now it's a handoff for Hudson, who scored his 6th touchdown of the season on his last play. And that's a tackle right around the line of scrimmage made by Chris Kemp, 2nd-string cornerback, freshman out of Brunswick, Georgia. Gain of about 1.
It is kind of interesting to see. They're still moving no huddle, trying to catch them off guard.
Hudson runs left, and he gets tripped up on the play. Bennett Geiken applied the initial contact, and quickly it's 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd down pretty quickly. Not taking too much time off the clock here. You almost have to think Morningside will have to go through the air to pick up the 1st down.
As much as Morningside has gone no huddle, it feels like the game has gone quickly. There's been a good flow to it.
Absolutely, yeah. Not a lot of stoppages of play. Just been kind of just old school football.
Chevalier sees green grass, says why not, and slides in front of Jarrett Boggs for the 1st down and a gain of 11.
Yeah, usually not a runner. Chevalier just steps up in the pocket, sees that no one's really home, able to pick up the yardage he needs, and then safely slides down to keep this drive moving for Morningside.
Chevalier, 10,000 yards passing, not out of the equation at all for his career, especially if this Morningside team goes on a few runs. I mean, 7,800 yards coming into today's game. He's thrown for just short of 200 today. Again, they last year played 3 playoff games, 1 short of the national championship where they lost to Grandview, Iowa.
Yeah, he's had a pretty impressive campaign so far with Morningside. And, I mean, he's just every week he continues to shine in a different way. as we're going to get a timeout here.
Doane is going to call a timeout. Check that. That was Morningside who calls the timeout. So interesting there. 4:12 to go here, third quarter. It's all Mustangs at Al Papik Field.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind.
Welcome back to Al Papik Field. Jalen Birch with his first carry of this drive after the Morningside timeout. 4 minutes to go here in the third, and it is a 35-0 Morningside lead. Morningside's got 354 total yards to the air and a few more to that rushing total there of now 180 as Birch gets another carry.
That's exactly what they want out of Birch. Also Hudson, kind of the two-back set. Just get upfield, get as much yardage as you can, and stay in bounds.
Chevalier flips one to the right. Birch makes the grab. No, he doesn't. Blake Allen's had a few of those on Doane's offensive side today, and the pass falls incomplete, and it brings up 2nd and 10. Chevalier just kind of said, calm down, you're good.
Yeah, just a simple check down to Birch. Right in the breadbasket, just took his eyes off the ball before he caught it. We have seen that a couple times today from both sides of both teams.
Upcoming schedule for Morningside. They are at home for the remainder of the regular season with contests against Mount Marty and Dort in the final week of the regular season. That'll be one to watch.
It will be. That'll be an exciting game.
Carry up the middle here for Javen Hudson. Hudson keeps the legs moving and picks up, I believe, a first down on 2nd and 10. Yeah, he sure did get plenty, as the public address announcer said. Hudson, just a red shirt freshman.
Yeah, he's going to have a bright future if he keeps runs up like that. I mean, he just runs so tough and keeps the feet moving. Kind of reminds you of like an Isaiah Pacheco, just running hard all the time.
Heard the description of Isaiah Pacheco was he runs like the ground is like he's mad at the ground.
Right. Stomping.
1st and 10 from the 30. Chevalier drops back, looking end zone. Pass is too tall, no flags. He's intended for Kyle Sisler, who has a receiving touchdown today, and it's 2nd and 10.
That was pretty good defense there by Ricardo Briones on the right side, going deep, staying in prime position, able to get his hand up there, force out the ball. That's pretty textbook right there.
2:49 remaining in this third quarter in a game that you and I have remarked has moved by quickly. 2nd and 10 upcoming. Chevalier over the middle, caught and finding the end zone for the touchdown for the Mustangs. His 3rd of the season, it's Reese Spieler.
That was a pretty ball there by Chevalier. Just right over the middle. Little deep slant, perfectly placed ball.
30-yard completion. Chevalier with his 4th passing touchdown of the ball game. He's now over 200 yards with 4 TD passes to 4 different receivers.
Wow.
Fitzsimmons with the PAT. It's been perfect today. This one is on its way, and he stays perfect. 42-0 the score, a 30-yard touchdown pass. Spieler from Chevalier. It's a drive that goes 9 plays, 67 yards in just over 3 minutes. There's your score. Morningside 42, Doane Zip.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you gotta check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
$42-0 in favor of Morningside as we get back underway here in the third quarter. Kick away by Bryson Wilkie. Wilkie's kick returned and splitting the seam and driving it up the field on the return is Cannon Willis, his first return of the day. And he gets a little bit of an explosive second wave, and he sets Doane up in good field position.
And maybe that'll help out Doane's offense, maybe getting a little more breathing room, going up almost to the 40-yard line. Good return there by Willis. And maybe a bright spot for Doane.
2:36 to go here in the third. And it's a 42-0 lead for Morningside. Hartman sends a man in motion. That's Tyshawn Miller. And flag comes in from the back judge. Might have been some movement up front.
I think it's going to be a false start here.
Offense, number 71, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Hypersbach, the right tackle out of Hastings, Nebraska. That'll push Doane back into a 1st and 15, and again, playing from behind.
Yeah, I didn't see much, just maybe a little twitch. That's all it really takes to pull that flag.
Gotta stay still.
Yeah.
So for Doane, penalty number 5 on the ball game. Out of the gun, Hartman to the sideline, and that catch is made, and it's Andrew Wado with the grab, just his second of the day.
That was just a good play there by Wado. It looked like a hitch route, curl route, able to catch it and get upfield. It's his second and about 4.
That was a 6-yard reception. Wado, 2 catches for 15 yards today. Hartman to DeRiso on the numbers, the 50, and he makes the grab before he's swallowed up on the play by A.J. Matthews and Landry Phipps, but that's a first down.
Yeah, you see these defensive backs playing soft corners here. They're about 7 to 8 yards off. So that Sam Hartman knows that, so he's taking advantage of it, finding Wado and John DeRiso on back-to-back plays of just sit routes.
And the ball goes on the grounds, and Rian Green just has to fall on this one. Sam Hartman had trouble with the exchange. And again, on first down, Doane goes backwards.
Yeah, and then you just can't have those negative plays on first down because then it puts you behind schedule for the following 2 downs. So they're going to have to make up a good amount of ground here, these next 2 plays.
42-0 in favor of Morningside. Hartman steps up in the pocket, fires over the middle, incomplete, as he threw it in the direction of John DeRiso. And it's going to be 3rd and 13.
Yeah, it looked like a cross route for DeRiso in the middle of the field. Throw by Hartman a little low. Looked like DeRiso couldn't hold on either. And that makes this next down even harder. Now it's 3rd and about 13.
1:20 to go here in the third. Doane 4 of a dozen on 3rd down, and they are 0 for when it comes to 3rd downs over 10 yards. Hartman looking to change that here, finds Tyshawn Miller, just his 8th reception of the season, the freshman from Oak Harbor, Washington. But he's a few yards short by about 2.5 from the first down.
I know he's short of the down marker, but what a catch.
Yeah.
Defense all over him, trying to club out that ball. able to hold on and give them a chance here on 4th down.
They didn't give him all of the forward progress, so it's 4th and 4, and the offense staying on the field, down 42-0 with less than a minute to go in the third, clock running. Hartman to DeRiso on the sidelines. Did he get the feet down? Yes, he did, and Doane converts on 4th down for the first time today and just the 8th time this season.
Tell you what, that made me nervous up here in the booth watching that. Little high ball, but pretty good throw there by Hartman. Looks like DeRiso toe-tapped and got the first down, able to keep the feet in and move the chains again.
Gets Doane set up at the 34. Snap back to Hartman. Looking deep. Tyshawn Miller is down there and lost track of where the ball was. Hartman took a shot after the play from Jack Brickhouse as well. And it's 2nd down and 10. Doane didn't go backwards there, though.
That is true. They didn't. Now, honestly, I like the deep ball on 1st and 10. I feel like just move the first down, must move the chains on 4th down. Might as well take a shot to the end zone the next play, try to catch Morningside off guard.
This might be the final play of the quarter as well, depending on how long it takes to develop and if the running back or receiver were to stay in bounds. 42-0 in favor of Morningside. 13 seconds to go. Doane with the football at the 34. What might be the final or one of the final plays of this third quarter. Rian Green runs right, and he's swallowed up. Morningside's Chase Harden there for the tackle, and that'll be the final play of this third quarter. Morningside puts up 21 in the frame to double the lead from halftime to 42-0. Plays like that have been plentiful. It's a touchdown party at Al Papik Field, and all of the Mustangs have been invited.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower from Landmark Implement during their early order program. Hay harvest is a race against time. Order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower to harvest your hay quickly and efficiently while promoting quick dry down for high-quality hay. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location for full details on a new self-propelled windrower and experience the Landmark difference.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back. Sure.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. We have wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
Third and 14 to begin the fourth quarter for Doane at the 38-yard line of Morningside. Down 42-0 are the Tigers. Hartman to the air, incomplete, threw it behind and way out of the reach of Andrew Waito, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, Hartman's been taking some shots here in the second half. Also getting hit as he throws as well. He's trying these long balls, but also he's paying for it with the Morningside defensive line getting pressure.
14:56 to go in the game. That was the first play of this fourth quarter. He's Chase Wilkinson. I'm Jake Bartecki. Not the outcome the many seniors honored today on Doane were hoping for, as they trail it by multiple scores here in the fourth. See if they can make a play, though, at some point. Pooch kick is the play here, it looks like. We saw this earlier, and it nearly flipped the field. Tyshawn Miller gets in front of it and is able to toe tap it down to about the 2-yard line, maybe the 3, and that is where the Morningside offense will start their first drive of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd have to think Morningside will start to make some substitutions on offense. This is where you really want to, I know they're down at the 5-yard line, but this is where they really want to take time off the clock, having possession.
Illegal touching. Okay.
The Mustangs will have the ball 1st and 10 on their 5-yard line.
Oh, that was about a yard difference
Yeah.
from what it would have been before. So Morningside still with Chevalier and even Juven Hudson out there starters remain in the game. Your thoughts on that, Chase?
I'm a little shocked, but, I mean, they're probably just trying to take off some clock.
Hudson runs right, and Lieben Farah, who's had a great game today for Doane, in there on the tackle. 9th tackle of the game. He's also got a pass breakup and a tackle for loss in those 9 tackles as well.
No, he's had a really good game so far. He's been doing everything he can out of that safety position / dog.
(42-0) the score. 2nd and 7. Chevalier with 4 passing touchdowns today for 4 different receivers. This is Hudson, who runs his left, and guess who it is again? It's Lieben Farah, the safety, with the stop, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That's a pretty good tackle there by Farah. He didn't fall for the head fake there by Hudson. Let's just tried to juke him out. Very disciplined, very well tackled.
3rd and 5 upcoming here. I would assume this stays on the ground again. And now, even though Morningside's been hurry up all day, they are in no hurry. Here up 42-0 as we reach the 4th quarter. This is about the furthest we've seen them take it down in the play clock all day.
Yeah, down to about 8 seconds right here. Usually they're more fast-paced, no huddle, but...
Chevalier fires downfield, has a man in stride. Jacobson breaks a few tackles and gets tripped up by the shoelaces by Tanner Simdorn on a big gain of 30 and a 1st down.
It was a pretty good play there off of some broken tackles. See one try to club at the ball right there, and then eventually Simdorn comes down and tackles him.
A little bit of frustration from the Doane fans.
Yeah, right, especially on senior day. They didn't want it to end like this. They wanted a, closer ball game. So it is frustrating. It's frustrating for the players, coaches, fans.
Shotgun set, 2 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Snap back Chevalier. Fires, pass caught. Kraft has a touchdown today, shakes a defender, and nearly gets the 1st down. He's got 9 yards, and there's a flag from the back judge here after the play.
Also, Simdorn.
Don't know what the penalty would have been for. Didn't see anything extracurricular after the tackle.
I didn't see anything either. Might pick it up.
I looked to the Morningside sideline to see what the accept or decline was. The indication is that it's on Doane. Oh, and now Morningside walks back. So Griffin Kraft makes the catch, but fortunately interfered with the Doane defender. I don't know.
I don't know
if that was. I don't know if that was the penalty either. That was Kraft though, who made the grab. Unless the official made the wrong call when he announced it. Well, 12:32 to go. 1st and 25 after the offensive pass interference. Chevalier in the shotgun. And now we've got a whistle, and the officials come together. Well, what are we doing here?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out, too. Thought they had it cleared up. Now they're back together, and I think they just broke the huddle again. Hopefully we figured it out.
So the clock does start. So there you go. Important if you're Morningside and you want to play this down low on the play clock. There's Jonathan Johnson. A little bit of frustration, I'd say. Chevalier fakes the handoff to the air. Fires and the pass is caught. Good tackle on the far side of the field. Ricardo Briones on the stop on the catch made by Kellen Jacobson.
That was your out route from the slot position. That's been happening all game. Good tackle there by Briones. Able to get him to lift up, do a somersault.
It's a gain of 9. Second down coming up here. Got to get this to the 44 of Doane to continue the drive. They'll keep it on the ground. Running forward. Getting back to the original line of scrimmage. An Army crawling his way to the 50-yard line is Jalen Birch. And it brings up a 3rd and 4.
It's a good run there by Birch. Him and Hudson both run very similar. Just kind of head down, get what you can get, run hard. And now they're back, and they made 3rd down way easier.
Yeah. The snap will come with less than 11 minutes to go in the game. 3rd down and 4 to go. Chevalier is alone in the backfield here. This is an aggressive play calling strategy, up 42-0 by Morningside. Here comes the heat. Chevalier's pass is tipped at the line and incomplete. Trying to turn around to make the play was Jarrett Boggs, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, looks like a pretty good play there by Doane's defense, kind of making sure nothing gets open. Good tip at the line.
I believe it was Carter Fauble who got his hand on it. Blake Allen back to return as Paulson gets ready to punt for just the 2nd time today. The snap. And a good end-over-end, now a spiraling kick in the direction of Allen, who runs forward and gets driven down, hit at the 5. And that is where he is spotted down. It gets forward progress to about the 7. And the offense retakes the field for the Tigers, looking for their first touchdown of the game, or points of the game for that matter. How long would it go, or how great would it be for Doane, I guess, if they can drive down and score a touchdown here, not get shut out on senior day?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to leave that goose egg up on the scoreboard. You definitely want to find something that works and find a way to move down the field. I know it's going to be 90 yards or so to do so, but you definitely want to get some points on the board to get rid of that 0 and, get a touchdown for senior day. 2
wide receivers left, 2 to the right. Sam Hartman in the gun. Fakes the pass. Now he throws left side. And after pump faking, he fires to DeRiso in the flat. And he gets run out of bounds by Jack Kratz and Victor Atupra. Gain of about 4.
That bubble screen on the far side of the field. It's been working decently all day for Doane. Able to pick up a decent amount of yardage there. Moving forward, keeping ahead of schedule is the biggest point.
Same formation here, shotgun for Doane. The running back is Allen, and there's 2 wide receivers to either end. They go to the right side this time, and it's Waito who makes the grab, and Waito gets a first down, I believe. And yes, he does. He got 5 yards. That's what he needed.
Yeah, they've been doing those sit routes or, hitch routes on the far side of the ball. Able to take advantage of that soft corner. It's been pretty frequent that Sam Hartman can make those throws to DeRiso and Waito.
That one is hauled in by Mark Anderson, his first reception of the ball game. Mark Anderson, I think, was somebody that had a lot of expectation coming into this season, and just the game plan hasn't really worked in his favor. Just 11 catches on the year for 167 yards. Snap back to Hartman. Steps up and takes off. Hartman's got the first down and more, and dives past the 40-yard line.
And that's exactly what you need. If nothing's open downfield, just don't panic. Just take it upfield. Hartman's a great dual-threat quarterback who can use his legs at any time. And nothing's wrong with that. You pick up a first down, gain of about 12 yards right there. Keep the offense moving.
Schedule doesn't get much easier for Doane. They're at Northwestern of Iowa next week. Pass over the middle, second catch of the game and the year for Derek Anderson, and the freshman, now starting tight end, gets a gain of 18 and a first down.
Just a pretty good concept on the play. Good route. Right across the field, pretty open. Able to pick up another first down for this offense, and now finally showing some signs of life.
This could be a chance for Doane to drive down the field and possibly score. for the first time today. Most of the starting defense remaining on the field for Morningside as well. Here's Waito who makes a grab. Waito stiff arms a defender and gets enough for the first down. It's brought down by A.J. Matthews, and this is by far the most fluid-looking drive of the day for Doane.
Absolutely. And, we haven't called Waito's name much, maybe 2 catches prior to this drive. But now finding some life, able to get a good stiff arm there to pick up another first down.
And Doane has gone to hurry up, which they don't always do. Hartman with 2 in the backfield. Rian Green to his left, Blake Allen to his right, and it's Allen who gets the carry. And he's swallowed up by Cole Riley. A gain of about 3.
I don't mind the play call, though, on first down after passing all the way down the field. Eventually sprinkling in the run could be a good option and could help them, especially getting into the red zone.
7:13 to go here. We are in quarter number 4. And what is Doane's final home game of the season? We mentioned they're at Northwestern of Iowa next week. They end the season against Waldorf. So Doane, a couple more chances to get a second, maybe a third win, and this one is intercepted. First turnover of the ball game for Doane, and it's Cole Riley, the Lincoln, Nebraska native. Happy homecoming to the sophomore linebacker.
Yeah, I think Doane's trying to get it, plead their case for it hit the ground, but I don't really see anything right there.
Either. I think the hands are underneath the pigskin.
That's just so unfortunate, too, because the offense was moving so well down the field, and then it had to end with an interception.
First and 10. And now you start to see the second team get into the ball game here for Morningside. The new quarterback, Colin Gordon, a redshirt freshman out of Grundy Center, Iowa, went to Grundy Center High School. And he hands one off right side. On the run, his first carry of the ball game, and that was Ty Kozad. Fourth ball carrier of the ball game for Morningside. Stick around during post-game. We will have that brought to you by Custom Sports. Talk with head coach Jonathan Johnson. Take a look at some highlights as well and recap what's not been a pretty day for this Doane defense and offense as well.
Yeah, just felt like at times we didn't capitalize on some drives and kind of gave up certain plays that kind of cost us some points. And
Kozad got a carry to the left, and the ball came out. Picking up with it and running is Lieben Farah. Why not? Heard the play was blown dead. We'll see if they take a look at this. Oh, there you go. So Morningside remains turnover free. Only one turnover for either side, and that was the Hartman interception. For Sam Hartman, that was interception number 10 on the season. Doane's 18th turnover of the year. Big hit.
Ball just popped out.
Zach Chevalier, the quarterback for Morningside, his day is over after going 20 of 31 through the air for 253 yards and 4 touchdowns. Impressive. They run off left side. Jalen Birch, one of the original starting running backs, is back in the game. He carries off left side. Birch with his 13th carry of the game. Juven Hudson's been awesome today. 20 carries, 132 yards, and a score.
Yeah, just a serviceable day. You can't ask much more out of your running backs, especially with Jalen Birch coming in second with 12 carries with 70 yards. Both of them just did a lot of good things for this offense.
Yeah, it works out to exactly about what they're averaging this season, about 6 yards per carry. 4th and a yard upcoming. Paulson on to punt. Blake Allen to receive. Kick is away. The spiraling kick is waved off, and this will bounce out of bounds around the 35-yard line. Be spotted at the 36. And that is where the Tiger offense will retake the field off their first turnover of the ballgame, the only turnover for either side today at Al Papik Field. Sam Hartman, as we just mentioned, 10th interception of the season.
Yeah, and he's going to need another chance here to try and put some points on the board here before time expires.
And it is Hartman coming out of the huddle as quarterback. Wouldn't have been the most shocking thing to see maybe Noah Boris come in for Jonathan Johnson. Get a few reps here, down 42-0. The sophomore from Grand Island, Hartman, hooks up there with the Scotia, Nebraska native of John DeRiso. Picks up about 7 yards, and that sets up 2nd and 3.
They've been working pretty well with these curl routes. Going back to it, kind of like their bread and butter play for this game, just simple 5-yard sit routes.
Pass to the right. That catch is made. Mark Anderson with his second grab of the day.
Able to move the ball pretty well, especially in this fourth quarter with these 2 drives. Moving down the field is not their problem. The issue is getting on the cusp of the red zone and either not turning it over or getting a score.
This might be their last drive where they have the ability to not get shut out. Doane has been blanked once this season. It came in week 3 against Dort in a 41-0 loss. Pass over the middle, caught by Derek Anderson, who's had a nice game today until that catch. 2 grabs for 21 yards, but he's hit behind the line there. Tackle made by Jack Brickhouse.
Yeah, I don't mind the play call on first down with the screenplay. It just got read really well by the Morningside defense.
2nd down and 11 upcoming. Hartman throws over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Looks like he did have a man open, Derek Anderson, freshman tight end, but it's just a great effort play for Morningside, that diving deflection right there.
Pass fell incomplete, and it's 3rd down and 11. 2:59 to go in the game. Got the 2-minute timeout as well. But Doane has 3 timeouts, all of them, if they chose to use them, if they felt strongly about finding the end zone. Hartman on 3rd and 11. Escapes pressure, fires over the middle, catch is made by Blake Allen. There's a flag down. One loses their footing in the secondary. That was, I believe, Kratz for the Mustangs, and there's a flag down. Might be a hold.
Yeah, they're going to get a holding call. I think on maybe 2 guys even.
Yeah, there are 2 flags down. Here's a call.
Number 64, 10-yard penalty to the finger spot, remains 3rd down.
So penalty accepted, obviously, by Steve Ryan and the Mustangs. Jared Minzemeyer, the junior left guard, the guilty party, and yeah, that's pretty clear.
Yeah, I mean, just basically threw him down and grabbed him and threw him down. They're going to call that every time. And, I mean, those penalties are just drive killers because that was such a positive play. And now you're backed up to 3rd and very long.
Shotgun set on 3rd and 21. Doane is 0 for 4 on these 3rd and 10 pluses. Here's a pass. Downfield intercepted. Almost looked like Tupra was the intended target, and he intercepts it and takes a slide. And Morningside will retake the field with a chance to maybe drain this clock down to 0-0s.
I mean, had to take a shot again. It's 3rd and very long. Had to go for it all. Maybe just a little too much on the throw.
Intended for John DeRiso, who has had a good day. 10 receptions for 120 yards. Both of those season highs for the senior from Scotia, Nebraska. And Morningside retakes the field up 42-0 with 2:40 to go. Ball at their own 5-yard line. So again, new quarterback in the ball game, and that is Colin Gordon. Grundy Center, Iowa, and he starts on the ground here. Another carry for the 3rd-string running back, Ty Kozad, a redshirt freshman, and he gets 7 yards.
Yeah, all they really need here is one more first down to kind of ice this game, and they might even take this play all the way to the 2-minute warning, so all they need is 3 yards to seal the deal.
Well, before we get to that 2-minute warning, tell you about our post-game show brought to you in part by Nebraska Orthopedic, where we will have lots of coverage from this game today. A lot of, unfortunately, Morningside highlights, but it'll all be brought to you in part by Nebraska Orthopedic Center, your healing destination. That takes us to the 2-minute timeout. 2nd down and 3 upcoming for Morningside, leading at 42-0.
When you're proud of the community you live in, taking care of the people in it isn't a job, it's an honor. At John Henry's, we take pride in being relied upon by the great people of Lincoln and the surrounding areas. A hard day's work means a happy customer, and making happy customers has been our goal all along. A team of expert plumbers, drain specialists, and HVAC professionals, dedicated to finding solutions for our customers. Because for us, a successful day ends with a handshake and a smile. John Henry's, our family serving yours.
Yes. Welcome back to Al Papik Field. 2 minutes to go in this one as we come out of the 2-minute timeout. A run up the middle here, and just running through tacklers on the ground is Ty Kozad, and he picks up a first down. And now you might see the Mustangs begin to take this down to triple zeros.
Yeah, definitely that's what they needed, was another first down. Almost had another 6 points, but eventually tackled him, and I think they'll take it to a knee right here.
It is first and
Kozad with 4 carries for 36 yards, 246 rushing yards today for the Mustangs, a group that averages just over 200 on the ground as they break huddle with about 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Handoff, Kozad runs forward and gets about another 7 yards. Doane fans wanted a flag, but I think that might just be frustration.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
So under a minute to go. Again, the upcoming schedule for Doane. Last 2 of the regular season are on the road. Those are at Northwestern of Iowa and at Waldorf. Your thoughts on those couple games for the Tigers?
Next week is going to be rough, playing Northwestern. I mean, they're a really solid team. They remind me a lot of Morningside.
Yeah.
So that'll be a really tough game. Got a week to prepare for it. Waldorf at the end of the year could be another great chance to get in the win category again. But, hey, this would be a great late season rush. Get 2 wins on the season the last 2 weeks would definitely be a positive point to the season.
And Northwestern of Iowa, only 4-3 on the season, but strength of schedule has them ranked 23rd in the country as we have reached the ceremonial handshake after the conclusion of any game. It is a 42-0 win for Morningside. They dominate Doane in just about every facet today. Doane gets shut out for the second time this season. 42-0 is the final. We will step aside, catch up with Jonathan Johnson after this. Okay, I'm going to head down there.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
The postgame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCO.com.
We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
The postgame show brought to you by KR.
The postgame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCO.com.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry, cause you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to NebraskaOrtho.com. That's NebraskaOrtho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you gotta check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower from Landmark Implement during their early order program. Hay harvest is a race against time. Order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower to harvest your hay quickly and efficiently while promoting quick dry down for high-quality hay. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location for full details on a new self-propelled windrower and experience the Landmark difference.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Sauter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back. Sure.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. We have wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
When you're proud of the community you live in, taking care of the people in it isn't a job, it's an honor. At John Henry's, we take pride in being relied upon by the great people of Lincoln and the surrounding areas. A hard day's work means a happy customer, and making happy customers has been our goal all along. A team of expert plumbers, drain specialists, and HVAC professionals, dedicated to finding solutions for our customers. Because for us, a successful day ends with a handshake and a smile. John Henry's, our family serving yours.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
Well, we welcome you back to the Al Papik Field, where Morningside knocks off Doane by a score of 42-0. We apologize, couldn't get Jonathan Johnson, some technical difficulties here, but Coach was very understanding, which is very nice of him, especially after the way today has gone. But Chase, just not Doane's day.
Yeah, no, not Doane's day indeed. It just not a whole lot went well for Doane. The offense, moved the ball well at times, just stalled out a lot and couldn't capitalize their drives. They actually did a really good job of moving down the field numerous amount of times, at least 5 or 6. Just couldn't get to the red zone, and they get kind of stalled out. Penalties were another big thing. For defense, the running game really gashed us at times. And, I mean, looks like just the better team came to play today. Just looked
Simple
like
as that. Yeah. Doane needed to be on, Morningside needed to be off.
Right.
So let's see how we got to that point. 42-0 is the final. Take a look at our top plays, brought to you in part by Sauter Heyman Jewelers. We saw some of these already during our halftime highlights, but let's take a look at these right now. First possession of the ball game for Morningside, a pass right over the middle. Griffin Kraft, the superback, with a nice grab.
Yeah. Kraft did a good job of getting open all day today.
Juven Hudson had a big day, over 130 rushing yards and a touchdown. That's the touchdown there. This might be the best play of the day for Doane. Head fake, John DeRiso beats a two-pro down the sidelines, makes the grab. That was a 48-yard completion. Doane would stall out those. They were blanked today. Off the run here, a nice job by Lieben Farah in there with a couple defensive linemen. Farah with 9 tackles today. Might have actually gotten a few beyond that as well. Sam Hartman steps back to throw here, gets sandwiched and taken down in the backfield. The sack on the play there, Cole Riley, the Lincoln, Nebraska native, along with Seth Thomas. Here's a pass in the end zone. We mentioned Griffin Kraft. Scores right there.
Yeah, Kraft was good off the bootleg. They went to him a couple times out of that bootleg formation, and he was able to get paid right there.
That would put Morningside up by a score of 28-0. Snap back to Hartman here. He gets hit, sandwich, ball nearly came out. Hartman takes a shot. You can see him kind of rise in agony there. And then here's a pass to the end zone. This was a tremendous effort by the wide receiver, Kellen Jacobson. Just kept his legs moving, back down the defenders, found the end zone. And then it was Juven Hudson's turn. to find the end zone. Back to throw here again was Chevalier, and again he threw for over 250 yards, 4 touchdowns. The fourth and final of the ball game goes to Isaac Connor, and Morningside wins it by a score of 42-0. We weren't done with highlights, though. Pass to the sidelines here. Wide open in the blank space is Kellen Jacobson. Makes the grab, turns it up the field, and then a diving save of a touchdown made by Tanner Simdorn. And then our final highlight here from today's game. Hartman had 2 interceptions in the fourth quarter. This is one of them. Cole Riley, happy homecoming, the Lincoln native, with the takeaway. So that's how things end up, 42-0. Here's the second interception by Hartman. This one was just a cherry-picking play by Atupra, and that is all she wrote. Well, Chase, it's been another great season. I appreciate you doing this.
Great season, yeah. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was great.
Best of luck to Doane the last 2 games of the year as well. For Chase Wilkinson, my name is Jake Bartecki. We say so long and thank you for joining us. This has been Doane Football on NCN.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry, cause you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do, just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.